Okay, we are live. What's up? What's up? We got Mugin here.
What's up, guys?
So,
Hi.
Mugin, like you are like the most. I feel like you are the most hardworking fella ever I know. You know, like literally you work like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You work on weekends also. Like, what's the deal? Like, why are you working so hard? Like, don't you ever like you need a break from everything?
Yeah, I do need a break from it, but as of now, it's not really stable due to the MCO and whatnot. So, I think it's time. It's the time where we have to push really hard, especially people in the corporate world, and like you see a lot of people getting retrenched.
Talk closer to the mic. Yeah.
Getting retrenched, and so it's a bit scary lah. So I have to like do.
But you need to like
extra hours
to chill out also lah. Like you think so like you work too much later. Like don't you think your body will just fail on you? Like you need to chill also.
I do have some time that I actually chill, but most of the time it's probably work. But
what's your goal? If to get money or what?
Not exactly. It's more to the experience of what you can teach someone, because money is very subjective, and I just personally feel that there's more to learn on how to maneuver in the world.
So you're going to work because of experience.
Yes.
But isn't like going out of corporate another way, like another much better experience, like starting something on your own? That would give much more experience. Why didn't you go to like those kind of way and all?
Okay, so I actually want to do my own business as well, but I just personally feel that there are more things that I need to understand and learn in order for me to bring up my business. And if I were to just go for it blindly, then it's going to be rather difficult for me to recuperate. So why not just understand everything as a whole for some time with proper experience and proper guidance from people that have already made it, So it's just a matter of time for me. So I think I'll push as much as I can in the corporate world, and once it's done, it's done.
So it's like you don't want to take any risk on
going.
So you just want
very minimal risk.
Why is that?
I don't even gamble,
It is said that Indian people have the least amount of luck in gambling. Chinese here, I rarely gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, I never gamble because I know I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
So for me, in my opinion, like for me, I love to go. I love to be in the risky areas because I feel like too safe. You are too comfortable.
You like taking the challenges.
Yeah, it's not taking my challenges, but being too comfortable in that state. But I don't like to be too comfortable, because if I'm too comfortable, I know I don't have the self power or self control to come out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
So it's like I rather not risk it that side because I don't want to get too comfortable.
Yeah.
But also I want to risk. But it's like a high reward, high risk kind of thing going on there.
True, but let's just beat down to it lah. We just have to pay the bills, right? So either way, we have to find a way to do it lah.
Before you were working, what were you studying? I know you did medicine.
Yeah.
So like what's up with the medicine thing?
I did medicine, and then I had some downfalls in my uni, and I actually came back to Malaysia to just work and just to gain experience in the meantime, while really figuring out what I really want to do in my life. So that is actually a current phase right now. So I think I'm still young, and there is still time to actually expose
medicine
myself.
Isn't easy at all. Like it takes 5 years, and then after that 5 years you go for what, locum or something.
Yeah.
You need to wait for your posting for like how many years?
Like probably 6 months to a year.
Like I know like there's a lot. Also there's overpopulating of doctors.
Yeah.
So there's so many doctors around. Like don't you think like doctors also run out of job at one point? Because I know this like Indonesia, the universities are overpopulating doctors now. Like everywhere is overpopulating doctors, and they're just like there.
But I guess at some point we would need them lah. When pandemics like this actually breaks out and stuff, it's just scary, sometimes. And I do admire the job that they do. So if end of the day they lose jobs lah. But in the meantime, they just gotta do what they have to do lah.
I feel like doctors, scientists, those tradition need to have a study. Like you need to go to university and study.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you know, like business, like business, arts. Those are the kind of things all you don't need a sort of degree.
Yeah, true.
Like things like engineering, you need engineering degree
Yeah,
to go to do engineering, because you can't simply like I can learn by yourself.
Yeah.
You need to understand the
You need to
physics.
understand the
Yeah, like
fundamentals
example, like
of it.
building
Yeah.
a building. You need to go to your university. Like a lot of people mention that they don't need universities to. They don't need a degree now.
Yeah,
Like
true.
for certain profession, you need a degree.
Yeah,
You
like
can't
this
like
kind of white collar
yeah.
jobs. Yeah, it really requires a lot of
Like
supervision.
medicine, scientists. When it comes to biology, go chemistry. You need to learn this kind of
Yeah.
go get a degree. That's why a lot of people they don't like. Oh, I don't need a degree. These kind of things and all.
But some people, if they believe they don't need a degree and they can make it in
Yeah.
life, then I think they should go all out for it. Instead of wasting the money.
Would you would you trust yourself with a person who didn't graduate of college for as to give you medicine or not?
Wish definitely not lah. When
yeah.
it comes to medical,
See,
I think it's zero lah.
yeah, that's how we believe also.
Yeah.
Like, you need to study to know what the hell you're giving also.
Yeah, true. But some people like some other professions and all, when they take
Yeah,
out
when it
things
comes to-
that they can learn,
yeah.
where they don't need a degree for it, I think they should go on with it lah.
When it comes to business also, I studied I studied accounting for the whole 4 years. I've learned nothing. I learned nothing at all. I feel university, the business when it comes to university, it's all a scam. They just want your money. Like I literally learned nothing.
Perspectives.
Huh?
Perspective.
Perspective. Yeah, I learned nothing. I just sat down, did my exam, and ciao. That's
Yeah.
it. It's really weird being honestly. The university is a very weird kind of phase. I felt like it was very weird. Like it's,
Why am I doing this?
Yeah, why am I doing it? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Like I should have. I got like a lot of ideas in my mind. Like I could have been out there, but definitely I didn't say university never taught me anything. It taught me some things that I needed to say to think. But those are the basic bare minimum where you can actually learn outside as well.
Yeah.
Like if you be long enough outside, so you will learn that.
Yeah.
You will learn how on doing that and all. Other than
So
that,
you mean like more on like hands-on?
yeah, it's more
and
hands-on. Like I feel universities are like really, when it comes to business side, it's really theoretical.
Okay.
It's supposed to be very practical. That means you do hands-on kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's too much theory. People just forget the whole point of having like going out. Like
Yeah.
you study so much. Just imagine you go to a meeting. You don't have social skill. How you going to go to present meetings and all that? And all these people are memorizing. Like my classmates, numbers are these are the numbers these are the terms you need to understand. Not fucking memorize the numbers.
Yeah.
And these people are
It happens
memorizing
lah
the number.
everywhere. They just memorize for the sake
And
of
these people are all
passing
four
lah,
flats. All four flats.
Memang lah,
Yeah.
memorize. Ons lah.
Awful. They are freaking smart. But the moment once they come out of university, the moment once they come out, they go do practical stuff, social talk. You know, a lot of business. Like I'm sure you have to go see clients.
Yeah.
They have zero skills with that. Like okay,
I've had my fair share of experience. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen people like that, but I feel like they are not exposed enough. I think things like this must be taken on your own hands. Like to build yourself as a person. There's two ways to it. It's you build yourself as a person. You build yourself educated or in education or whatnot. So I think some of them they focus on the education side more, but they neglect on building themselves. So that's why it's being really hard for them to express themselves. At the same time, working with people or communicating or like having connections, these are something that is really taboo to them, but it's probably because of the life choices that they made that resulted in that. So like you see us, we are different, like we like talking, we like socializing and stuff like that, but at the same time there are a set of people that are somewhat different lah. But I think we can make full use of the university life because once you're out and you start working, that's when like, oh shit, I'll give up anything to have that moment again. Because in uni sometimes you get to wake up like at
late,
a certain time late and stuff like that. But when it comes down to work, it's like
you need
it's
to
no
discipline
joke.
yourself.
You have like an 8 a.m. job
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So it gets totally messy at that point.
For some reason, I cannot see myself in a 9 to 5 job. I can never ever see myself. Because,
honestly, none of us would want that,
Yeah.
but it's just circumstances.
It's just how it is. Like it is what it is.
It is what it is in Malaysia because it's super hard to get jobs nowadays. And like even if you get also, they don't pay you as much as you would expect after coming
The
out
minimum
as a
wage
fresh
is
grad.
ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand because we are right beside and a small ass island which is generating way more and their people's minimum wages itself are like it's really impressive. It gets them going. It makes them feel motivated to do more. But as of now, I feel like what's happening right here, people losing their jobs and whatnot.
Everyone's losing their, like, for example, like club or anything. They can't pay rent.
Yeah.
They can't. No money is generating. They can't pay rent. So they're so selling off. So like a lot of SMEs, a lot of entertaining companies,
Like entertainment.
everything is going down the drain.
True.
Like it's I don't know how are we gonna recover from this current situation as well.
Yeah. And like, right now having a lot of tensions with like, the entertainment scenes and whatnot. So I feel like we have to have some proper outcomes later on. And knowing Malaysia, it's like a multicultural land, it's a land of colors if you ask me, it's a lot. And you can do more, in this country. And I think we are neglecting on the artistic side. There should be more. Like, we go around, we see murals around Penang, around Ipoh. It's a way of showing out the artistic side.
Malaysian was known to be the tourist hub or something like that.
Tourist hub and stuff like that. But as of now, I think it's like slowly fading away because people are too busy, like with their daily life, and then they just have like.
But people
online
still do
platforms.
travel. What people do still travel.
Yeah, as of now, I don't know because it's been
And
months already.
For
and we have not
now, for
travelled.
now, during the
And we don't know when we can travel again.
During the
so-
pandemic, I think every country will hit during the whole tourist kind of thing. I think it's going to shut off for a while.
I mean, like, even when you asked me the question earlier, like, why do I work so hard? And sometimes I do it to feed my, my desires for like to travel and stuff like that. So like right now, without travel as well, and it's like all under lockdown and stuff. It's a bit hard to cope, because you need to relieve your mind, you have to go back to your natural habitat once in a while, like, going to the beach side or something like just to clear your head off. But right now it's so difficult. And with that itself, I feel like there's a lot of problems arising because you're like containing people for a long time. So like, some things are becoming viral.
I think people go crazy once they go out. La.
Yeah. I mean, they are already going crazy online and stuff.
Are you
like
going
that.
crazy?
I don't know because I travel out here and there,
How's your company surviving this whole lockdown? I think like e-commerce, like y'all are blooming, right? You're getting a lot of money.
Yeah,
everyone's buying. Like I remember we all are just shopping, like, or we do online shopping. It's just like I once I get up, so bored, open the app, see nice, buy.
Yeah, it's like that, like for e-commerce we are striving now because everyone is at home. They are like purchasing like. Normally people who don't purchase also, they stay at home, they just keep looking at things and then they're just like, oh man, just take my money,
Yeah.
So that itself is increasing the demand and stuff like that. But because of these numbers and, the increase in orders and whatnot, so it's a bit hectic, it's stressful for us.
Crazy.
It's crazy, yeah.
Like I want to go
for
back.
us, it's like what's crazy already.
Yeah,
what
what more can happen?
What more can happen,
Then
right?
rather than all these
Yeah.
things happening now.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to the university part. Like when you said university part, it was your best time of you say this now?
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, university was your best time lah.
One of my best times
Okay,
because
yeah.
it was like you were free, as a person. You don't have worries like. Shit, how
Especially
am I going to pay for my car?
you were studying overseas also, so that's why you were free lah.
it was like a free time, to like actually have that freedom with yourself. Like, sometimes, when we are back in KL, I'm like all over the place, sometimes I'm like with friends and then with family and then like probably with my girlfriend and stuff like that. But there's no time for yourself, you know what I mean? So like during university times when I used to stay, it was a I think a good thing also like that I was studying overseas as well. So it was like just zoning out most of the time, chilling,
Like a lot of people, do you think like sending your kids away from their house, like university is very far, or is just sending the kids around near you guys, near their home is a good thing? Which one is better? Like studying abroad, going away from their own place, or they just let them be in their own situation like that?
I think I'll let them choose lah.
Let them choose,
Just let them choose, man. Like we gotta like give them their freedom to choose what they
that's
wanna
another
do,
thing as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of parents, they just like even how I got into accounting, it's because of my dad. I didn't choose. Because at that point also, like I blame it to myself because I didn't know what to do also.
Yeah, we were young.
Yeah, we were young. So that's why like,
lah, when
Yeah.
an Indian is like, bro,
as someone is an Indian in this country,
You're like, okay, let's just do medicine. Okay, fine.
So I also didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I also like, when I was like, okay, I don't like accounting. But to be honest, if I were to choose now, if I were to rewind back and choose, I would go to law for some reason. For some reason, I want to go to law.
Like your dad lah.
Like my dad lah. But my dad was like, he was like, hey, you don't go to law. Ah." I don't know why. Like I have every like ref books and everything for law, like literally prepared, but he doesn't want me to go to law. But I would, if I were to rewind, I know my mom also, if I were to rewind, I would choose back law. I was actually, while doing accounting, I was actually thinking on, after accounting, do law. I was just thinking. But then I realized after being in university, I'm done university. I find university a scam. Because I've learned nothing. Maybe a lot I will learn something, but I don't
just end up with debts lah.
I would end up, I don't want to go back to the 4 years back. Another 4 years. My whole 4 years sucks. The part I loved the most was high school time. High school time was the best for me.
Was good lah.
Like when it comes to university, it's I was at the point I was like asking myself questions, like what am I doing here? I started realizing, because in high school we were like, okay, everything is fine, everybody doesn't have fun, nothing to worry. Like when it comes to university, I was like, hey, what am I doing here? Why am I learning this? Why am I wasting time here? I could have like done something more than
With the
this
time
thing, with the
frame,
time frame doing just staying here. Like I'm like, why am I learning this? It's all like very theoretical. Like I would prefer to learn something more practical, hands-on something. But they still won't teach. They would lah. I would say they don't. But they are following the system. Like I was talking to all this. My last podcast we were talking about the school system. I believe the school system in Malaysia is just terrible.
I have no comments.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how you have to be in Malaysia.
But high school was
comments.
high school was a really good thing. Was a very good part lah. Like
It was a good part of our life lah.
We all grew up in a like very small community,
Yeah.
and we all like see each other almost every day.
Yeah.
That's the whole high school. And then I remember that's were the birth of dubstep.
Yeah.
Dubstep came when we were 16, I think.
Yeah.
16 or 15.
And it feels like, racism was like just introduced.
Yeah, at that time, I feel that time.
We didn't even have all this.
Yeah, I don't think we had racism that
we
time.
didn't even know each other as like Chinese. Or
Maybe
Indian,
racism started, but not in our area, because our area was all mixed.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the time, like when I look out, I don't know, I just can't feel that racism. I don't know if I'm used to it or something, but I just don't feel it anymore. Like if someone were to lock the door when I'm passing by, I would say go for it, because you don't know me, I don't know you. So you got to be prepared.
You got to be careful as well.
So it's not I don't think everything should be based on racial.
I think these people, everybody based on, it's all for the racist thing came from the police only. It's not about like the people. I think people are channeling it to the police only, the racism thing. Also like that.
In Malaysia.
In Malaysia also, like
why?
Have you seen in the prison? Okay, just imagine in Malaysia, Indians are 6%.
Okay.
6%. In prison alone, we have 30% Indian.
Yeah, but that is like
and
because of the the choices that they
Yeah,
made.
and also like
Yeah.
they are being they always like a few people cannot shot what.
Yeah, but
No, no.
it was quite some time.
It was quite some time,
but I have never had like those kind of experiences with cops because I feel like they're always there to protect.
Yeah.
You know, and it's always like, you know, a very friendly kind of conversation. Unless you're doing something bad, then
Yeah.
you have to be scared of them. But
some like I say, some cops are like
it is
some
there.
lah.
It is apparent in every
Yeah.
country. You can see it like in what's happening in the States now, and you know, even in Malaysia everywhere
everywhere,
there
yeah.
is. But as a whole, I think they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You know, I really respected them because like during MCO and stuff, you know, looking at
The
them
army,
like
yeah.
just there, you know, like
Yeah.
it's raining and like rain or shine, they're just standing
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and they're just doing it. They're going all out. And for who, you know?
for us lah.
Yeah, it's all for us, you know, and like we are comfortable at home, you
Yeah.
know, and they are like eating by the streets and they're putting their life in front of us, you know, like so I think like there are some people that would do those kind of things.
Yeah,
but-
I never see they all are like that. It's just there are some people there are some people like that. Like I remember like if we go back to the dubstep, that one was a whole new revolution. Like I remember you were the one that introduced me to Skrillex lah.
Osla,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, that was some
Skrillex,
era.
that era was like what, like whoa,
Yeah.
like whoa, what the
It
fuck
was
is
so
this?
hardcore, you know.
It was-
everyone
yeah,
like,
I thought-
now it's all like all downers and everything.
Yeah,
like,
now
you know.
dubstep is still there, but the music is a bit changed. It's not like last time, you know.
It's not like last time.
Yeah.
It's more electronic nowadays.
Dubstep,
really.
I find it a bit. I find it a bit too noisy now. It's a bit too noisy now.
Yeah.
Like last
I think
time,
it doesn't have the raw crisp, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how it
yeah.
used to have back then, like just bang, bang,
like
bang,
how
you know.
Skrillex just turned the whole. He created what did dubstep came off to?
I think he was sampling, you know, like
he was a
electronic music.
guitarist or something, right?
He was like a producer, he was a DJ at first, and then
But he was in a
became
rock band,
producer.
right? At one point.
Yeah,
he was in a
he
rock
was in
band.
a rock band also, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So like he had his moments, he was sampling, you know, with drum beats and stuff like that, and suddenly, bam, you get dubstep.
Yeah.
And it was like something that was very hard
Yeah,
for
it
people
was
to
like
understand.
what the
What the
the
hell
fuck
are
is
you
this?
listening to,
Yeah,
you know?
what the fuck is this? But I like it also, but what the fuck is this? Like you're confused, you know?
Yeah.
Like I want to go in, but I don't want to go in.
Yeah, but then like when life kicks you down, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, screw it, I just need something to get my
you
mind
want
off
that
it.
kick,
Yeah, you want
you
that kick.
just hear with the headphone on, you go.
You'll
whack.
fly, man.
You whack that one. Then after that, the whole trance.
Like, you know when we were going to the park back then, we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
our
yeah.
MP3 players.
oh my god,
Dubstep all the way.
we have the stupid phone where I can play music, and then that's when the rave scene started coming in Malaysia.
Yeah, that was a good time.
The rave scene, everybody, all there were trance. What else? Trance,
There was
EDM.
trance, there was EDM. I remember
dubstep,
going for even Adam Lambert's concert.
Yeah, I swear. Why the fuck? Even that time, I remember they were protesting. I saw when Adam Lambert. I went to Lens. Why the fuck I went to Adam Lambert? I still don't know. Until now, I still
I
don't
don't
know.
know, you know, but I was there.
I still was there. I still don't know. I was just there.
Yeah, we went for All American Reject.
All American Reject was my first ever concert.
Yeah.
Then
it was a good one.
But I don't know why I ended up in Adam Lambert's concert.
I have no idea as well. I really
It
don't
was
know.
there. It was a very funny. I remember they were.
I think I followed someone actually.
I remember I went. They were the
Yeah, they
guys
were
were
protesting
protesting
right outside.
Because he's gay or what?
Yeah, but you know, I think it's 2020. We can get
For
over
what?
that. Now.
Why the fuck I went to Adam Lambert concert? Even I don't know.
Even I
And
don't
then
know.
what happened was the concert scene, everyone was coming. Assad was there.
Assad
Also, a state of trance were
amazing,
like.
dude.
I don't know lah. Like I remember, I know why. Like you know when you say the DJs always like coming here, I know why they like them because it's we speak English.
Okay.
Like you go to Indonesia, they don't speak English. You go to India, they don't speak English. So the closest in Asia is Australia and Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
And Singapore is growing. Last time Singapore had nothing.
Yeah.
So all of everyone love coming to Malaysia because we spoke English, because English is the middle ground for the whole language.
We were holding it up at one point.
Oi,
And then it just
the
went down.
tourism-
Look at Indonesia, dude.
Oi.
Look at the way they do raves
That
nowadays,
one
man.
is crazy.
It's
I remember
crazy.
we were holding the tourism by the balls. We were
Yeah.
milking money, so much of money.
You know, even like back then for a state of trance, like Armin, he had a few locations to actually
Yeah, yeah.
release his album, but
Yeah,
he chose
he chose
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
for a reason, because he
Yeah.
knew that the crowd was crazy, and the love for music is apparent, it's everywhere here. So, but right now, because of the wrong reasons,
Yeah.
people chose to do some other things,
I don't know
and a lot of deaths, unnecessary deaths,
Even
which cost a lot.
Even Tiesto came out, there were deaths. People died. But you know why? Where people died? People died outside the venue.
Yeah.
The
Because
thing
they
is,
get
people
too pumped up.
Yeah. So they get too. But I remember Tiesto, some girls or guys, I don't know, they got lost. Cannot find them. Like,
Shit.
because these people did outside venue, so it didn't have a problem until the Bukit Jalil one. They died in scene.
Yeah.
So that one caused the problem, and that time was the haze season that time.
Yeah.
So like I remember last time we had in Sepang, my first ever wave. How old were you at the time when you went?
I was 18.
18. I remember I was 17 like that, if I'm not mistaken.
18.
Yeah, I
We were 18.
was 16 or 17 lah. But oi, I think I
I
was
think
17
the
lah.
other concerts were like, before that we had quite a number of concerts, but when we were 18 only, we went for Assault. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I remember lah, because we had like a lot of concerts that we went to, but it was like for Maroon 5,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah, the American Reject, all the
yeah.
bullshit and all
I
that.
went for Jackson 5,
Jackson 5 came,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know
They
cool
came to one of the stadiums, I forgot, but it was like a very minimal crowd, but it was for like enjoying the past lah, the good music.
Oh yeah,
you know.
you went with who? Your parents?
I can't really remember. It was years and years ago.
I forgot about it. It's
been a long
for me,
time.
after the moment I turned 18, it's just electronic concert from then
Yeah.
on. Just
EDM,
electronic. Because I started DJing EDM first, because EDM is the most simplest music to DJ.
Yeah.
So I started EDM. So I began to going to the EDM side. So EDM, backing EDM. So and these people came like W&W, Afrojack. Oh, Tiesto was crazy, I remember.
Tiesto was
Avicii.
amazing.
Avicii first time came here.
Yeah.
I
I went
viewed that.
for his concert like
I
twice,
think
I
we
think.
went together.
We
Yeah,
went
twice. I think we went together.
Came down twice, right?
Yeah, the first time
Amazing,
Avicii,
dude.
I remember he played like 2 hours. He was supposed 2 hours, and then he's like, fuck it, let's continue 1 more hour. He played for 4 hours, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
that time his album just released, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and like I can still get the glimpse of
Yeah.
like the lightings and all, it was
and the best
madness,
was the Above and Beyond day. Above and Beyond was crazy day.
Above and Beyond are like, we call them otai,
Yeah. Like Above and Beyond were their nephews, right?
They're next level.
Their uncle and nephew, right?
I think so, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But their music is something else,
Their music.
I went for their concert like twice already. Once was in Thirst, and like another one was in KL Live.
Yeah, mine. I went for the third one. I didn't want to go KL because the KL is so fucking small.
Yeah, it's damn small lah.
So I
But
just went for the
for the love of A and B lah.
Yeah, I just went. I remember we went for the Sepang one. Thirst.
Yeah.
The Sepang hands on is the best venue.
Yeah.
Sepang
Actually,
hands
Sepang is the best venue lah.
Yeah. Above and Beyond. Okay, like the thing was why I'm have to like stop is because our cameras are like we have to record like 30 minutes each. 30 minutes because
Intervals, so-
it's only like you only can record 3 minutes, then we stop and I have to change battery, and then 30 minutes put again. So that's why we cannot like record 2 hours straight. I would love that because it just disturb the flow lah. Okay, we go back to Above and Beyond. Like Above and Beyond, like oh shit, Above and Beyond like changed the whole. For me, it changed my whole perspective on trance music.
Yeah.
Like Armin was like also he changed a lot, but Above and Beyond just stayed there, like just
We
stayed.
were exposed to it at a very young age.
How did we get exposed?
I
I honestly
can't
until now I don't know
remember,
how
honestly.
did we actually get there.
I think we were looking at the elder ones,
Who did we see?
I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I think it came from dubstep. And then we were like, what the fuck is it? Then I think then eventually it went to EDM. 'Cause I think all the clubs were playing EDM, and
We were talking about Tomorrowland and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like in
the
school.
Tomorrowland. Like,
So,
like our dream,
Yeah.
our dream was like, let's go to Tomorrowland. That's our dream.
And then we grew older and we're like, I think we'll just settle for Above and Beyond.
Yeah.
In KL Live,
Yeah.
I think that's good enough.
I think the furthest we went is I went travel for a wave is Bali lah, Indonesia.
Yeah,
for
I had my
DWP.
fair share also in Indonesia
Yeah.
a lot. And the rave scenes are amazing there.
So here better or there better?
of course, I miss the crowd in Malaysia, like, of having raves here because it was next level wild, but some things could have been avoided. And I feel like it can be done in a better way. But all out, I really miss the crowd in Malaysia. But when I look at it on a tourism standpoint and stuff like that, I think Indonesia is doing a great job.
Indonesia they are having like...
You went for Bali, right?
Yeah,
you should know.
100,000 of people. I don't think Malaysia can handle that kind of many, can they?
I'm sure they can, dude. Like a state of trance, the previous one.
How many
like,
people?
I think there was 2 in Malaysia. 2 times they did a state of trance.
I think they
the first
three
time
times,
was
3 times. I think 3
crazy.
times.
3 times.
3 times. I
think
went for all a state of trance.
Yeah, like the beginning ones, it was really, the crowd was really massive, and it was one of the best crowds, because everyone was chanting and they were like going on waves. It's like next level, when you look at it from a DJ standpoint, they're like, wow, this crowd
imagine
is crazy.
you're a musician, you sing 100, 1,000 people just there. It's just
love, man.
Well, you like,
it's love.
How would they perform? If you see how many people, won't you like, hey, shit. They confirm like,
Premix lah.
do they play premix? Like,
I don't know. I think
I
like
don't know,
some
lah.
DJs do that.
No, I don't think last time they weren't any premix.
Yeah.
Last time they weren't any remix. Last time they were. I feel DJs they don't premix their sets. Only those girl DJ that not to sound sexist, but there are some guys like they're not very famous. They play premix like that kind of stuff. Like maybe they premix some effects, some
to get
record
them
like
used to the environment first, lah. I guess
because it's not easy,
dude. It's not easy.
You'll
man.
fuck up. Like I fuck up so many times in clubs.
Yeah.
Like it's when the clubs are packed. I remember the first time starting, the clubs are packed. I panic. Hands will start sweating. I like panic. Like I'll be thinking, hey, what happened if I fail, my mix doesn't come in nicely, and people like chow. I panic. Until now I go up to the stage. I always like I'm not confident. I'm confident but not very confident. Like my hand will sweat. I'm like
I think it takes time.
So
to
like
get used to
you
it.
just
imagine them.
Like 40, like 100,000 people just
you
there.
reach that count of 50,000 itself. You're like, oh my, 50,000, my 50,000 people are watching you.
That's scary, I don't know.
It's scary.
It's like can you present in front of about 20 people at least?
Like I feel like this is where they actually showcase, when you reach to a level where you can have 100,000 fans out there watching you, that means you already did something great,
And also
it's time to showcase,
It's not like a lot of people come there to see them play. It's not about it's creating a show lah.
Yeah.
Like
giving them a good show. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Like I remember like a lot of DJs I feel in Malaysia, they don't have the knowledge of visuals. Like I remember seeing who's this DJ in DWP Bali. Potter Robinson.
Oh,
His
legend.
music and the visual come hand in hand. So every time the bass hits, the visual comes in. So it's
Wow.
he plays his song and then he goes in with his anime visuals and it sinks in so well. So it's not only so nice, it's not only about music, it's so visually so pleasing and so nice.
It's so
it's
surreal, right?
like you'll be like what the and it's like so nice to see, and it's so because those two come in hand, so it's instead of giving you a sound experience, I'm giving you a visual experience.
As well,
so it's a whole new 3D element for you.
That's
there
like
lah.
entertainment to another level.
Yeah, that's entertainment to another level. But now it's like last time they were working like they had laser show. Have you seen the laser show Trans had?
I
Trans
saw the
music,
ones in Bangkok lah, like transmission and stuff. Oh my god,
their laser shows
lightings
are crazy. Like fuck it, I because last time I had like a very bad stroke also coming to my left eye. So every time when a bright eye comes in, that's why every single time I go a rave, I'll be in sunglasses. A lot of people think I'm like, oh, this motherfucker cool, or what the fuck, very kiasu this one. But actually I cannot have direct light to my eyes because the whole left neuron of my or neuron whatever thing, the thing will shut down. So and then it'll take a while to come up back. So I cannot have even in clubs sometimes the lights are too powerful. Like I always try to avoid the light.
Yeah.
But then like rave the light will come directly. It's so powerful, So I'm like, what
it's nice lah when you don't have any like neuron problem or what.
Yeah, so I'll be wearing glasses.
if you
like,
watch it full,
it sucks, because you can't see the light probably, but you need that. You're like, what the
I
fuck?
think that's like one of the best parts also, watching the lightings and like see how they do it. That's why like different festivals, it's like a nice thing, like some people know like Future Music Festival, like they have this type of lighting, and then like if you go to transmissions, full on like, lasers and crazy stuff.
I would really want to see how. I would like to see the light show of the laser thing.
I just really hope that Malaysia would actually come back with some.
I really hope so, but it's really.
I don't know if we are prepared or not for that.
I think we are prepared, but like a lot of companies are just waiting for the green light to have concert.
But I remember my times like when after raves, I mean just seeing people itself, like the way they are, going out and about, they're like a bit reckless, I would say. So these are from my perceptions that I've seen. So I don't know, if you want to have fun, you can have fun, but you have to do it responsibly, because due to your actions, it might lead to other people's, it could be harmful or something like that. Because I saw people like speeding all the way, like
they're doing
crazy.
Like the Sepang part. Oh my, people were racing. A lot of accidents all happened. Right?
There was so much accidents, like people were like out of their car and just holding the steering.
I think after the music, after hearing the music, you come out of the whole concert, adrenaline pumping. Because you hearing bass music so much. Okay, you want to go somewhere. So you take that one to the street, like go to the car, you tekan, you go. Once you just press the accelerator, you just go lah.
But I think it's like really a big move to do. I think like they could like hike a mountain or something rather than speeding on the highway, because you don't know who's going to be in front or something like that. If you lose control, I mean, if that person wants to die, then that is their problem. But you can't. You're
affecting the
else,
whole community by doing that.
As a whole, and like it doesn't look nice to like foreigners who travel just for like raves, and they come over here and they see people going all reckless and stuff like that. It makes them feel like, oh shit, I'm entitled to do stuff like this as well, because it's probably common.
And those people will they don't care. They see doing like that, they will do like double, triple.
I think like there are some things that the government did was right, because it needed to show the people that you have to be prepared to take up
face your consequences
and have the responsibility. Until then, I think it's going to be very hard to like have raves. Like we will still be traveling all the time, like every year towards the end of the year we have to like buy DWP tickets.
It's damn expensive, because they're catering to like the Australian crowd and those current and Singaporean crowd. So the whole currency is so expensive for us. Like I remember what Thursday ticket was 200 ringgit. And now it's 500 ringgit. I remember.
I think the only ones now is like what, Good Vibes? Good Vibes?
Good Vibes. It's only thing Good Vibes. But Good Vibes also, I feel like it's
not the same thing,
You go there for the people you are going. So Good Vibes created before
Good Vibes lah.
Exactly. Before Good Vibes, I want to say they created the community, the culture. Before the Good Vibe, they were the rave culture. So you go there for the people, you go there to meet new people. Like Good Vibe, same thing, but it's just a different kind of music genre. It's more catered to all the hipster crowd, I would say. Because it's all slow bands and all. Sometimes it's too slow. I also like, it's nice, but I want something fast. So I think that's why they added
the inner you. It's like,
that's why they added DJs in. So I remember one day they called Zoo in. So in the end they will have the electronic pump, whack.
But we need like people like A&B, Ben Nicky, like Armin or Maiden or like Cosmic Gate.
Holy shit!
Oh my God, we need something like that, because I know the crowd is massive. Like Malaysia. It doesn't seem like there is much, but like when those stars comes down and you see the amount of people that are coming for their raves, it'll make you realize like, shit, you're not alone. There are like thousands and thousands of people in Malaysia that love this music.
It's a community. They don't call it fan base, they call it a community.
And they're all there, It's just that we have to be traveling to overseas just to have that moment, and stuff like that.
Honestly, as much as I love traveling, I hate traveling to go for a rave.
I know.
Too much of things.
I tried it and it's like I don't find it right.
It's too much of it's too much of responsibility, too much of things. For me, I just want to go away, party, go back.
If you want to go like to another country, you just want to go for like a
holiday you go holiday, chill, and waves are too intense, You'll be fucking tired. I remember going for DWP, first day I went, my leg, like I don't know, I'm getting old or we are getting old or we just really tired. I came back, my leg was hurting. I immediately called the Gojek massage my feet all nicely. Fuck it,
That's nice, right? I love that app.
Indonesian have everything. I love Indonesia.
Yeah.
They literally have Grab service or anything to do whatever you want. All you gotta do is just stay at home.
Yeah.
In Bali, you want them to buy groceries, you tell them to buy groceries. You want them to come massage your leg, they come massage your leg. Like, oh my god!
All from one app.
All from everything in one single app.
It's quite crazy, like, you know, like back then also I used to like when I was traveling there, we used to take like Gojeks and stuff like
you travel by bikes,
bikes,
and it's damn fast.
It's damn fast.
It's damn fast.
Cool.
So
They're
anyway,
safe.
I feel Indonesia it's a place to go to visit. It's
For like holiday.
that place has by far the best holiday places ever.
Yeah, I think when we went to Lombok.
Yeah. Lombok was okay. We go talk about Bali first. We go talk about Bali first.
And then we come to Lombok.
Then we go to Lombok. Bali. I prefer you not holiday, but just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like just like
Relax,
chill the fuck out.
Have good massage. And
Yeah, you just then go have a seafood or something. Go seafood. Then go surfing.
Yeah.
Because Australians go to Bali to surf because that place doesn't have sharks. Australia has sharks. What? So people Australians love to go to Bali because of surfing.
And it's quite close by also.
Yeah. And then that place has the big you can meditate there. Ubud.
Yeah, Ubud. Oh my god.
Ubud
is an amazing
Ubud
place,
is so like
bro.
good vibes, you know.
It's like it's
Yeah.
Shanti all the way.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good vibes.
Ubud is
The
really
rice terrace and stuff.
yeah, the paddy fields they're crazy there. Like Ubud, I find if I go there, I find like it's like mother like hugging you like that, and it's so cool, so nice.
Yeah.
And it's all full good
Very
vibes.
humid and nice lah.
And then you go down, it's all the beach, and then 2 hours boat ride to Lombok.
Yeah, around 2-3 hours lah.
And that place is fucking crazy. It's earthquake. It's so prone to earthquake.
It's so prone lah. But it's because, you know, they are in the ring of fire as well. So
Yeah.
it's inevitable, but at the same time it's beautiful lah.
The-
But what
the-
the volcano does for them as well, you know, it
Mount
is a good
Rinjani,
thing.
right?
They have Rinjani and then they have Mount Agung in Bali. But you know, the lava and stuff like that keeps the soil fertilized, you know. So like
But
they can
if
do
Rinjani
growing.
explode the whole of Asia, quite.
I think it'll be dark lah for a
Yeah.
while. But let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's quite big also. And then like what I was telling, I forgot what I was telling. Like Lombok earthquake. Remember the story we almost died also.
Yeah. We were there during the earthquake.
Oh
we
my
felt
God.
it and we were riding a bike.
Okay, I tell you something. So what happened was I think we were in a bar, right? We were just chilling, and then after that we saw this the group of Chinese people. We thought they were from China, but actually they were from Malaysia. And these people are one of the women were the editor in News Times or something.
Yeah.
So when they were happy as
They were
fuck.
so happy,
They
you
were
know, like-
singing. I think the whole
You know
family.
lah, we were joining them.
Yeah, we
also
were joining and singing, and the uncle was playing some guitar or something like that.
and stuff.
And then we were joined. Then after that,
The following day, we were supposed to go.
we were supposed to go to the one of the waterfall. Was actually the waterfall was very nice, right? It's supposed to be
what
very
is it
nice.
called? I forgot the name of it lah.
I just forgot it.
I still can't remember, but it's the famous waterfall
Yeah.
in
Lombok.
Lombok lah. So
Just-
like,
why
in
did
the- in the morning we wanted to go there,
Yeah,
and
didn't
then
have
I
time.
had a change of mind. I was like,
Supposed to go to
better not lah.
Rinjani, right?
Yeah, we go and see Rinjani.
Yeah,
We get the
the
drone
drone
shots of
shots, yeah.
Rinjani and stuff.
Why you had that suddenly like?
I don't know.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
go somewhere else, huh?
I have no idea.
I think also we were because it's too far, and then we couldn't make it in time for the jetty, right? To go to
Something like that
go
lah.
to the Gili.
Yeah, we had to check and calculate and
Yeah.
stuff, and we felt like, you know, going to the mountains and getting the shots is much
Yeah.
better. So because when we are gonna come back from Gili, it's like or the island side,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like taking a long time, you know, to like.
And then we ended up going to.
Where did we go to?
We ended up going to.
We ended up going to the mountain
Rin-
side,
yeah,
lah, but we
Rinjani
didn't go
lah.
there. And then, you know,
No, yeah, we ended up we go. I remember we were flying. We were flying because
because we
we
have to make it on time.
yeah
to
we were
the
on
jetty.
schedule. So then we went there, and then we were. I remember we were on top of the soil there.
Yeah.
On top of the soil, and then I think I fell. I think that was the
Yeah,
earthquake part. Or was it
no,
down?
no, no, no.
Was
It
down,
wasn't-
right?
That wasn't the part, but I don't know if it was like pre or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was one where we got the shots and stuff like that. When we were going back on the way to the jetty,
on the way.
we were like, flying because we had to like
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
back.
But I think that's why we couldn't feel the.
I felt it actually.
Oh, you felt it. Oh, yeah,
that's
you
why
were
I had
riding
to
alone,
stop.
I think.
Yeah, I had to stop the bike.
Yeah,
because,
you were
like,
riding alone.
I was taking a turn, and like while I was taking the turn, I felt like my bike was moving sideways. I was like, what the hell is going on, And I was like, okay, shit, I think the bike tires are loose or something like that. I immediately stopped to the side and I was like, okay, I'm going to check everything.
Yeah.
Checked everything was intact.
Yeah, and then when we came and then we asking like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, and then after that, I checked my phone and there was like, a alert, for like earthquake. We were like, holy shit, I just went as fast as I could because the mountain is like right beside, I was like, shit, this is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had experiences of like earthquakes and stuff in Indonesia, but like that was really a scary one lah, because you were just like sliding off the pathway, and if you go down, you just go down.
Yeah, and later we found out that family, the one we saw in the bar, they were in the waterfall and then the whole boulder fell on them.
Yeah, that was actually the story that came in about like the people that passed away in Lombok.
And then we were getting calls from our families and all.
Yeah, everyone was like
And
calling
we didn't know.
us.
We were in Gili and then we connected the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then the phone started pop.
Flooding in. Everyone's like, where are you?
Yeah. Like what the hell's happening? What the hell's
So
happening?
imagine if we went to the waterfall.
We wouldn't be here talking. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
We wouldn't hear.
You should better thank me lah.
Yeah.
But
I remember I remember Kevin's family asked him to come home.
But it was very sad for them lah. No one would have knew that this was going to happen. But I'm very sure they experienced paradise lah before they left.
Yeah,
but
that place is beautiful.
Place is really beautiful, and hope they are one with nature lah.
Yeah.
But they were really bright people lah. They were amazing.
The editor of
They were
the
enjoying,
news. Yeah, they were enjoying. And then we went to Gili. Oh, Gili is beautiful.
Gili
is damn beautiful. I love Gili. Like if one place I would rather go again. Like I would like not to say I would never go back the same place where I travel, but like I prefer not to. But Gili, like Lombok is one
special love, right?
Lombok is one place that I wouldn't mind going
back again and again.
Yeah, just chill because the island is so small. It's all around you, and then it's like you just want to chill.
So much of biodiversity.
Yeah, and then the water is so fucking clear.
Everywhere,
and then nice to swim.
Right? Yeah.
And then I remember they took us to the go snorkeling, and then the mansion, the things all, the figurine, all so and circle there.
The statues and stuff.
But that's just beautiful, lah.
When I went again, like last year, end of the year, oh my god, the waters was so clear to the extent where like you can literally see everything inside, And like even if you go further a bit also, you look in, you can see like turtles everywhere, Like if you're lucky, you just spot one there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, there's another one there. Oh my god, the biodiversity is crazy.
Just imagine now, we have been locked up for 6 months. Now all the coral, the fishes would come back. Imagine you're the first one to go outside and they're like, what the fuck you'll see? What and different kind of fishes. Like one thing that I got really like, excited to go out of this whole MCU is I'm going traveling. I'm going to Lombok. I'm going to see islands.
Yeah.
So that place is, you didn't notice sun is setting at 7:30 and 7:30 it's still fucking bright.
Right.
It's so fucking bright.
I think nature is healing itself.
It took a reset button, like press reset and everything. Like the air is so thin. And now I remember I saw an article in, I forgot where in India, the north side India, the fog cleared, the air pollution cleared up. You could see Himalayas there.
Yeah. I think I read that.
You could see Himalayas there. It was so like something out of a picture, out of a drawing, out of a movie,
There was a lot of memes also.
Yeah,
it was damn funny.
It looks so nice.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything, like it's healing back. But again, then it like to reset. It's like you take some, I take some.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like all of us came out like we had a conversation earlier. Like everyone had something to do. So everyone came out of this MCO learning something. Everyone came out of this MCO better. They found out, they know what to do in this situation. Like everyone had to take adaptive move for this. Like companies went to online. Everything went to online. Everybody went to and we have to adapt to the situation. Like, I don't know how we're going to go back to our normal situation. Like it's going to take a hard time to transition.
Take some time,
but I believe like a lot of this present moment, like everyone, I think online it's actually quite good. It's people are so effective now.
Yeah.
People are so productive. Like for me, like I became like I feel I'm productive. It forced me to be productive.
Like some companies are also like, allowing their employees and whatnot to work from home forever.
Yeah.
I think there were a few companies, right, that came out recently. I think I read it, but yeah, it's changing the world.
Yeah.
Like you can see people now, like they are more comfortable working from home. Some people find it more productive. Some people are still stuck with like I have to work from office kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
I think like
there's
those
two ways
people are the people like they are dependent on like computers, but they don't have computers.
yeah, maybe they don't have the
Yeah,
tools,
so they are like a lot of
but
companies.
are working on it also. lah,
Companies are,
to
I think,
minimize all
giving
these
them
things.
all the computers and all. But
Yeah.
it looks, I don't know, but a lot of companies like I remember Dominic told his company, effective like productive percentage from 60% went to 90%. Like people are become productive because also like you got also nothing to do.
Yeah.
At night also nothing to do. Fucking you work lah, nothing to do.
that's all you can do.
So that's all you can do.
That's why, like, even for me, so it's just like that, it's just always just work. After work also, it's like nothing to do, and then you check on your following day work, and then it just keeps
Yeah.
going on and on and on because it's never ending. Sometimes when you work in like logistics and stuff, it's never ending, lah.
How's logistics in Malaysia?
I would say there are different experiences, lah. I can never like set it down to one thing, because like there are some logistics that deliver really fast, and then there are some logistics that screws it up. I won't mention which,
Yeah.
but it's sometimes it's just messed up, lah. Like when they screw up your order and stuff like that. I mean, understandable that there is a lot of orders, but
Yeah,
they
the
lack
order,
on basic courtesy also.
People
to
are
at least
ordering like
inform.
this. Like people are just ordering like how you're managing so much of. I'm sure your logistic team have to double up on people because there'll be so much order.
Yeah,
and
definitely
everything.
there are recruitings and all that going on. But like you see generally logistics outside itself, they some of them they really screw up people's order, and like some of it it's like very very good. They come up to your doorstep sometimes. They give a good experience, so there are some things that can be changed,
Yeah.
and more productive, and sometimes when they screw up they should at least acknowledge.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
customers they are not pissed about logistics. Sometimes they understand that there's too much of
Yeah.
hassles and stuff like that.
Especially times like this.
Times like this,
they would definitely understand as
but
well. Like,
it's about the basic courtesy. Like at least they have integrations of applications and stuff. They can at least inform or something like that, or keep the customers updated. There are some courier services that actually do it. They actually call you or they SMS or something like that to ask you if you want to reschedule or you're okay with the timing that they will come and deliver. It's a really good thing. At least you have a team of people who are like actually constantly checking on that, right? It will solve a lot of
I
problems.
think those customers, you always keep in contact with the customers, are always the best.
The
There are
best,
a lot of marketing strategy. So like a lot of companies, I don't know why, they treat the employees like shit.
Yeah, honestly,
Listen, they treat the employees like shit.
I would agree.
Like
There's a lot of companies that treat their
like
employees
you
like
need
shit.
to treat your employees, or not to say
Especially in
employees-
Malaysia, you're being
you need to,
oppressed.
You need to make your employee feel better because they are the one doing your job. They are not doing your job. They are the one that is the one of they are the rolling the company.
You see,
lah.
like when we talk about it, right, it seems so basic, right?
Yeah.
But when you head out there and you look at it, some people just don't understand. And like if that's the case, you can just get robots. Why you want to get humans to work?
Yeah, and
Right?
eventually we going
Yeah.
to that. We're going to transition to that
Maintenance,
side.
just charge.
Yeah, just charge. No need to scold.
Yeah.
No emotion.
No
But that
emotion,
also
nothing.
will where do people go after that?
I have no idea.
So that's a question. That's another
That's the
question,
thing.
lah.
But like, if you want people to work properly,
Yeah.
you have to take care of them first, and that's when the productivity rate increases.
Yeah.
Like the owner of Virgin Airlines, what's his name?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. Yeah, he always believed that like
Oh
you
yeah,
have
he
to take care of
treats
your
his employees like.
yeah, fairly and like give them.
Do you know
what
he
they
do
need.
you know he have an island by himself?
Yeah.
His own island,
His
Richard
own
Branson island. His island is crazy day.
Amazing,
Did
right?
you see the island?
Yeah, but why he's there? Because
Yeah.
he understood the basic principles. That you have to take care of people.
He Richard Branson and Tony Fernandez have the same business model, low cost airlines.
first.
So the Richard Branson, I know he he take care of his employees very well also.
Yeah. So
But there were a lot of allegations. So, but then I don't know what's happening now. I haven't heard any stories all from them or anything. But
no, lah, like nowadays it's quite bad, like they cannot afford, they cannot accommodate.
yeah,
they
no
just
one's traveling,
jampa,
what? Yeah.
They push people around lah,
Yeah.
basically at this point of time, and people have to take up like odd jobs and do whatever they can just to like sustain themselves. I think it's a bit shitty lah, but I don't know. I just hope the government has a better plan for it, because due to like this current movement control order and all that, it's going to be a bit difficult to come out from
It's
that.
going to be really difficult.
So it has to be like, people have to be optimistic also lah. But I think a lot of people are getting demotivated as well, because
Yeah.
workload, whoever that's surviving, right? They are okay one thing, but mentally no.
Or
Because-
even all the as small business owner like the people who sell ice kacang, the chundul, they are out of business. Do you imagine how they would
Of course
feel?
lah, they are out of business, and then like people like, even like my side, even things are going good for the company, but sometimes for the employees it's not.
Yeah.
Because workload is going like 3
How
4
do you
times
how do you
more.
motivate them and all?
It takes a lot lah to actually motivate them, but the main principles are clear lah, that if there is no this job, then it's going to be hard to get
So
another job.
that's like the main people have to ride on that lah.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be a stupid idea to like actually leave
Yeah.
your job right now, because it's not a stable time frame. So why
But
would you do that?
even like even technically, so even if it was okay, nothing is stable. So
Nothing is stable.
everyone has a degree. Everyone can just go. It's just too many people.
True.
And then our system is like we're not credible as ours. So it's like we hard. If you want to go outside the country, so quite hard.
Yeah,
So people
but
are
there
just-
has to
yeah.
be proper guidance lah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
I think
proper
Malaysia is much more capable than what it is now. Like we are striving for greatness lah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we have to give it some time to heal, because a lot of things happen along the years. Like as we grew up itself, like a lot of things like the allegations about corruption and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think without all of that, Malaysia could have done
I
way better.
honestly, corruption is everywhere.
It's everywhere lah, but
wait,
it was very apparent here.
We stop.
you know.
Okay, so basically just now we had a small technical difficulty. I fucked up. One of the memory card was full. I didn't realize, so it just stayed up to 6 minutes, and then the other one was like going on for them also. Where were we? Psychedelics. We have talked for psychedelics for 20 minutes, but now we try to summarize it lah.
Yeah. So
Psych.
basically psychs. Like, it's a substance that is very taboo towards like all. Like even in Malaysia, so we don't really talk about it.
But then
I mean,
it's so common in the States, the Europe side. Like Amsterdam, it's so legal there.
yeah, but they have it because they have it all prepared. They know how to control the environment that they are in, to prevent any incidents from happening. Because I believe we have seen all around the world there has been problems when it comes to psychedelics. Why basically about psychedelics is because it's a mind altering substance, and people can turn out to be different after that. Whether it's good or bad, that's not for me to say, but in general, it's a mind altering substance. That itself rings the bell.
So it makes your mind mind altering. It makes your mind bigger. It makes your mind smaller, or what? Like how?
Mind altering mainly means like, it connects different parts of your brains which do not actually connect on a normal basis. So what happens is that you start to see new things, you start to feel new things, like based on what people have mentioned lah. So what happens there is actually parts of your brains are connecting which do not usually connect. We don't have any documentation of what happens when different parts of your brain connects. So we don't know. And based on people's experience,
It's all just
that
bad. Everything I've been seeing, like reading online, just bad.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like people are trying to frame in a way that this drug are bad?
There is no bad drugs. It's just circumstances, like that's how I feel, and basically it should be controlled. Or for me, I really look at it on a medical perspective, like how it can help people. Like, when it comes to mental illness and stuff like that, there are some amount of research that is coming out that shows.
There are a
that these
lot, I think.
substances-
There's so much research and so much positive outcome of the research. Why are countries like Asia, continents like Asia, are not embracing those kind of psychedelics to our country? Like in US, I know psilocybin is legal in Denver, Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, and 2 more states, and it's legal in Amsterdam. It helps the pharmaceutical company. It doesn't help the pharmaceutical company. It bankrupts them actually, but then it actually helps people.
Yeah, that's right.
But why are we Malaysian, or the culture is not adaptive to that kind of state?
Because we don't have proper understanding on it itself. Like Colorado, Denver, and places like this, they had their revolution in the 70s itself, and they know exactly what these substances does. But to us, it's pretty taboo,
Yeah.
We know that there are plants around, like, in like rural sites of, like Borneo and stuff like that. I'm very sure there are plants that contains DMT, and probably locals
What is
know about
DMT?
it. Okay, so DMT is actually the core substance of all psychedelics. This is the chemical that actually creates those magics.
So
and
is
stuff
DMT
like
is different than psilocybin, or what? How?
that. Psilocybin is basically a classification of a mushroom. So
So are they-
DMT is the substance that creates whatever that happens when you
So
ingest these substances.
So what's the difference between these two?
Psilocybin is basically a classification of the mushroom.
Oh, so
and
they got
DMT is the
okay.
core substance of the
Okay,
mushroom. Or they call it like, what was that? LSD? Yeah. LSDs and like all these kind of substances, they all contain DMT. So DMT is the substance that creates all these visual hallucinations and whatnot. But to me, honestly, let's not focus on visual hallucinations and whatnot, because that is not going to give you a satisfaction of mind.
Yeah.
You need something beyond that. You need,
What is beyond?
I mean, you
hallucination?
need to look at it in a medical perspective. You need to actually do more research to see if it can cater to new medical drugs or something like that can be used instead of like antidepressants and stuff like this towards mental illness.
Antidepressant is shit. Like still wonder why psychedelics are giving
Yeah, it
people
gives a
that.
very bad effect.
It gives the whole body like, what the fuck feeling is this?
Yeah, you get
and then,
that withdrawals,
Yeah, and some more that and Xanax as well. Like, people eat like you become so numb.
Yeah.
And then you at one point you are so addicted to the numbness. You like, I want to be that numbness all the time. If I don't be the numbness, I don't like the feeling already.
Yeah, definitely, because like there have been articles as well that came out that antidepressant drugs are actually causing more problems for the human mind and stuff like that, because it numbs and stuff like that. So how are we going to overcome this? That is the question. We are not looking towards recreational. Is a long way down the road.
Recreational, I
I
also
don't think it's possible.
I don't condone this recreational thing. Recreational is a stupid thing. I believe psychedelics should be taken
much more seriously.
much more seriously.
Yeah.
So recreation isn't like you don't go to a concert, you take.
Yeah.
Because psychedelic, I feel it's like a gift from Mother Earth to Earth. Because think about it, it's naturally grown. It's naturally coming. It's not something we made. Only things like meth, LSD, something is man-made. But those things that have higher purpose are grown from this earth itself. So it's like, I don't know why people want to take it recreational. I understand they want to have that feeling, but those kind of drugs, you need a higher purpose.
Yeah.
You need a higher purpose.
Technically,
or something,
you need
intention,
guidance.
something. Yeah,
you need
guidance.
proper guidance. And like, I don't think Asia is ready for that, because we have equations that we have not even solved.
Yeah.
We are not even looking at it on a medical standpoint. Like whatever substances that was restricted back then anywhere around the world, be it, they did take their time to actually research it on a medical level first. And it has to be beneficial in some way. And using it recreational, this is not something that, it's not a cigarette or something that you can just smoke and, have some self-satisfaction. These are substances that can alter your mind for like 7-8 hours as per documented. So
It's crazy how the human mind for 7-8 hours you can't sleep. Your mind keeps on working it keeps on running and running
even
and
when
running.
you watch like Vice and stuff like that, you see when they are using like these substances like ayahuasca and stuff like that.
Speaking about guided, the guided trip sitter and all, the shaman. That one is for what, ayahuasca in the
In
Amazon
Brazil.
jungle.
Yeah, they have it in Amazon and
So
stuff like that.
that I remember ayahuasca was made for people. Was created by tribe people.
Yeah.
All these tribe men in the native, in Amazon jungles, all this tribe. I think so. These people, the plant that produce what is a compound for ayahuasca is also DMT.
It's also DMT.
So it comes from a plant, right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't come from one plant. It comes from like 16
various
different
plants, right?
plants.
Yeah.
But when you ask the locals like how they knew about it, they said the plants told them.
Yeah,
It's so weird, right?
But getting back, sorry.
Because
So,
how would you know? You are in
Yeah,
Amazon.
you
like,
talk
how
to
do
the
you know?
plants, yeah.
Like, how would you know, like, I combine 16 different plants and it brings out DMT? You know, that kind of thing.
yeah.
So, like, what is the real story? There are a lot of things that have been hidden, but, you know, let's look at the purpose of it. You know, like, the purpose of it can be something great. It can beat depression for some people, like people who have documented, like, you know, when you watch on Vice, like, you know, people have actually gone for those treatments and they say that it actually works. So, like, you know, they say about ego death, they talk about, you know,
ego death was one of my friend had like, okay, that one we come back later about spiritual. And then medical wise, like all this depression, like what do you say, like addict, like PTSD. So like the US is giving all the soldiers, all the US soldiers, they have post-traumatic stress or disorders, like really bad after stress. They are testing on MDMA, Molly. They're giving Molly to them to test out, to take out their PTSD. So other than Molly, they go deeper, which is they give LSD. So they don't give a lot. They don't give like 3 tabs for it. They microdose them.
okay.
So because they don't know how that substance will react when they high dose it. So they give microdose. The recovery was almost 80 to 90%.
So you see, it's apparent it can help, but we need to do a lot of research.
They definitely
we need to take out some factors.
Someone need to do the trial now.
Yeah, because like imagine if you can get the core compounds of like why this substance causes, you know, like a good feeling towards like humans or like refreshing your brains or something like that, as per what people say. So it should be, something should be taken out of the equation, like you know, visual hallucinations and stuff like that, because it will cause major distortion for people. For normal people who have not seen stuff like that, it can be amazing, it can be threatening, you know, to know that, whoa, you know, like what is my mind doing right
it's
now,
a bit
you know?
bit overwhelming for some people. Suddenly you just wake up and you see another dimension.
Yeah, so
you see
those
like
kind of
spirits,
things,
you see like that.
For me, those kind of things have to be taken out of the equation. If you're looking at a mass scale, and if you're thinking like, you know, how do you expect a country to know the good of a substance without proper evidence base, or how we can actually control it? You can say that, oh yeah, you know, I want it to be, you know, there, you know, but how do you control it? How are you going to take out like some things off the equation? Those are things that takes a lot of thinking, like what Amsterdam have done. They did not just go up one day and be like,
let's
oh,
legalize it.
They had their fair share of time. I'm sure you are aware about the girl that actually died in Amsterdam because of the substance. So there are good and bad to it, but they had to go through so much just to understand this simple substance. Maybe it has some relevance towards their lifestyle there, but you know, in general, they have the control over it. When it goes out of control, then it becomes a bigger problem. Look at Malaysia, for example. Like we can't even pass through the alcohol problem.
Alcohol. I know, honestly, I believe alcohol is a substance that should be banned.
Should be banned. I
really
believe it. I'm totally with the people because, although you know we have had drinks and stuff like that, but
we had to consume alcohol.
We know how to control it. But at the
there
same
are people
time, some
that don't have
don't.
control. It's the same thing in psychedelics. We have some people that know how to control, but we have some people that don't have control. And those people that don't know how to control are the people that are causing problems to this, giving a bad name to this.
So,
and that's why those people are in large scale. And people are so ignorant nowadays. Like I just want to try because people are trying. So it's a very bad mentality when it comes to that. But I feel it should be catered more to people who are like depression. They want suicidal thought or addiction. Like I remember, like you were telling you had a friend that was addicted to a drug. How did he come out of it?
Like looking back at Malaysia, like when it comes to addiction, some people actually fall prey to that. And like for my friend, he was actually someone that I met in overseas back then. So this person was really addicted to like hard substances and stuff like that.
Like what hard substance? Synthetic substances,
I would rather not say you know, but
synthetic
it was really
substance.
bad, you know, and he was like losing himself and stuff like that. So basically he traveled around the world to like actually find a stop, because he was depressed, and you know, using of substances is definitely going to make your life chaotic and a mess. So I believe he actually got through one of the ayahuasca treatments, and he actually had an ayahuasca treatment that actually brought forward his mindset, and he was like he actually changed after that experience.
How was that treatment? Like how like what did he visualize? Like how was that journey? Like
To me,
getting
he
it
said it cannot be comprehended. For him, he said that he met Mother Earth and stuff like that. But to me, it's something that I can't comprehend yet because I've never tried substances like this. So I wouldn't know. But based on what he mentioned, is that he just realized of what it was to be human. That's it. We just tend to forget that we are just a species in the planet.
It's
We tend to forget that
insignificant figure.
yeah,
in the
very
big,
insignificant figure. But we have our roles and whatnot in life. But the core of it is just to understand that you're a species in a planet and you're just doing what you have to do. So he doesn't have to take things so seriously. Like sometimes people get really depressed. So I believe that these substances have a solution to actually cure people with mental illness and depression, because they're holding on to one thing for very long. And how do you let it go? Sometimes people, maybe they need these kind of substances, but how do you actually cater it to a country? That is the question.
That's
You
gonna
can't
be
cater it as a substance of you can just buy it off somewhere and just
That's
use
why
it.
that's why like people want to try go to places where it's legal.
Yeah, but I believe that it can be done way better, because in Amsterdam and stuff like that, all we know, maybe we know that they have truffles, they have mushrooms and whatnot, but things that we don't know, they have tablets as well, which have been entwined with chemicals of these substances to actually help people with their mental illness.
True.
So these are the most important things that we have to find out first, how it can be used medically, just by extracting compounds of it. That is the first step towards a revolution of knowing what can happen further. We have tried so many substances. We have even, botanists and, people that are actually going in to excavate and see if there are any plants that can actually be beneficial towards the humankind, like in finding antibiotics and stuff like that. Sadly, that is also a problem now, because
like the pharmaceutical companies are so
it's not only pharmaceutical companies, it's basically most of the companies, like when they are actually cutting down jungles, you're actually cutting down our source of medication as well at the same time, because these plants are the ones that are giving you those medications. So
medicines came from plants.
So basically we are just killing it. And in some years, as far as I've read or I've watched on YouTube, they mentioned that in a couple of years there might be more pandemics that are coming, but we won't have
the resources
or the type
to
of medications,
find a
because
cure.
we don't. Where are you going to go and find a cure? You can only go back to your natural source to find a cure. And when it's gone,
so eventually everything leads to nature itself basically.
So DMT is just one part of it, and we know that it acts on the mind. It can help, but we need to have better understanding on it.
I feel like people need to really understand, read a lot of things, because they get knowledge, because in on the internet they have a lot of articles about this. To what not to do, what to do. Like you need to get your mind ready itself. And all like addiction is the biggest thing. Like psychedelic helped a lot of people. Like
it really helps with
in Yale University.
A lot of people say that it.
In Yale University, lecturers are microdosing on LSD. So people they are trying on LSD first, and then they are slowly going to psilocybin. So they microdose LSD, and then they found they are becoming more productive. They are the way of thinking of a certain subject, like for example maths. Maths, you need to look things in a different perspective. You can't just look at it in a straight way. You need to look to the side, and you need to go behind. So like things so complex like that, lecturers are taking to see. They're all testing. Everything is under testing. People are, because that's the only way to find out how things work. You need to test.
But don't forget, these substances have different effects on different people.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could be a cluster of people that actually have a productive side towards it. But at the same time, there are some people might be affected.
It's like if you take if a smart person take drug, they'll become smart. If a dumb person take if a stupid person take the drug, they'll become stupid. It's a mentality.
Basically is that is why governments and stuff, they have to have their regulations to not let this out freely. So medically, you can extract the compounds and you can do something about it. But on a recreational level, which is what's happening nowadays, it's a bit hard to actually mention, because some people, they can understand it, they can go through it. Maybe their mind is stronger, but what about the people that has weak minds? Those kind
they
of
have
people,
to prepare.
yeah.
That's where
and you will never know, because it becomes a norm, and your friends just like, hey, try this, and you eventually try it, and something goes wrong with you. You might not wake up as the same person that you were previously, and that can be a good thing, and that can be a bad thing
as well.
Yeah, so it takes a lot lah. First, we have to really dig deep down and understand it, and maybe try to regulate it for medical uses, and see how these compounds of these substances can actually help out with.
That's why they always are like the way to make your mind stronger is it's mindfulness.
Yeah,
mindfulness meditation is it's a guided meditation where you just sit down, just meditate. It makes you come down, because
where go people nowadays meditating?
Yeah,
people
don't
nowadays
have the time.
They don't do it.
Yeah.
We have a certain cluster of people that know. Everyone knows meditation is good, but how many of us do it? Very rare.
But it's so like, I've tried meditating. Like, it's so peaceful. It's so nice. It's so nice to be, because people are always forgetting you are control of your own body.
Yeah.
Not your mind. People always think their mind is control of your own body. We are always in control. It's just we let our mind take over that thing. That's why we don't have willpower. Like for me, if you put if I'm on a diet, if you put a chocolate ice cream right in front of me, I don't have the willpower to go for it. So like we need, like a lot of people are weak in that sense. So imagine people are weak in their mind, suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
They have those kind of things. Mindfulness help you to make your mind stronger, make your mind stronger. So you don't, when things like this come, you know how to handle it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like people should practice mindful meditation and do mindfulness. Like it's honestly, I've tried it. It's not easy for the first time. I end up sleeping.
It works.
Yeah, it works. So and then it correlate to yoga, because I used to do yoga. I used to do heated yoga. So it somehow calms you down.
Yeah.
And the best part of it, once you reach at a certain level and doing yoga, and you lie in a savasana stage, that means you just lie down, your mind will start wandering. Your body is asleep, your body is tired, but your mind's awake.
Yeah.
So those are what also they call it. You can go out of your mind. That's how people describe psychedelics also. You go out of your mind, your mind is awake, so you explore, and that's also another topic where astral projection comes in, where your body is asleep but your mind's awake. You come out of your 3D dimension to the fourth or fifth dimension.
Okay.
So that's how astral projection, like a lot. Have you seen Insidious?
Yeah.
Insidious is the prime example of astral projection. But I find they portrayed astral projection as something really bad.
Yeah, it looks scary.
It looks fucking scary. I also was like, what the fuck? Are we like going to a spirit world? But technically, as more I did research at it, we are not going to the bad planet. It's our intention where you want to go. If you want, you're in control. So it's just if you think about bad things, you will see bad things. Mm-hmm. If you think about good things, you will see good things. That's why people are nowadays, like, I feel like they are so like, they don't have willpower. They don't have self-confidence of themselves, because they are not strong enough to see. Because they always feel negative. That's why, like, I feel like these kind of things, like after reading all of this, like one of my friend, he told like that's how he is today, because of all these substances and all. They change him into a better version of himself, like to see things in a different perspective. So astral projection is something that's really like, what the fuck is this?
Astral projection has been around for
a very long time,
for centuries.
But they just can't. I know they cannot track it back.
You cannot prove it, basically you can't see it. It's beyond your comprehension. But to talk about like astral projection, I have very minimal understanding on what it is all about. But I have heard stories in even in our culture and stuff like that. There are someone that meditated for so long that they just leave their body.
So astral projection, you can go. I tell you the process. So first they tell you go to sleep. Just go to sleep. You put alarm for 6 hours. 6 hours. Then you wake up. You wake up for 20 minutes. You do your stuff. You come back. You come back to sleep. So your body, your idea is make your body tired but your mind awake. That's the idea. Okay. So and then they told once you go to sleep, they always tell you like to tell yourself that I'm not going to sleep. My body is going to sleep. So they have to keep on meditating there, and then once after 5 minutes, you either visualize a rope in front of you. This is the most tricky part. You visualize around a rope around you, or you try to like like a dog like coming out like that.
Yeah.
Like you make you just shake your hand, try to like pedal. Try to pedal. So one is like trying to come out from like I don't know how snakes they take out the skin.
Okay.
As it's like that. So you come out of your subconscious body. So once you come out from your gross body, you'll be
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, it goes in way deep.
Whoa.
So if it goes in like from your gross body, you come out to your subconscious body. It's like how operation when you go operation theater, they put anesthetic on you. And some patients they can see themselves getting operated.
Yeah.
That's how the body experience. Or near that is nothing else. Or that's how the body experience. So once you come out of the body, they told you are in a different realm. They call it the astral realm.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it's exactly Doctor Strange. So they told it's all that time is real time. You can travel like here or go to Portugal in a millisecond. You can go to place. That's how even last time that's how yogis were traveling. They were telling all the Indian spiritual guy. That's how yogis were traveling. By they close eyes, they open eyes, they'll be somewhere else. So that one is all like in a different state of mind. You're not your ghost body, because your ghost body can't do that. Your subconscious body. So and then they always have that feeling, like insidious, so maybe something will come inside of me. Like you won't get to come back to your own body.
Yeah.
You get possessed.
Like insidious, like
yeah. So like I found out like a lot of like I've never done astral projection because it's fucking hard. And it's only like some people that are gifted can do. So astral projection is like exercise you need to do, keep on doing and doing and doing. So like I've had people, they told they are lost in those planet itself, those realm itself. So not a lot of things cannot enter inside you. They are still like law, like how we have law of nature here. They have law up in a different realm also. So the one thing that was really like, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is you can see people around you in a different realm and all. It's like what if you're thinking of want to go places they are way bad, you go to places bad. If you want to go to a different planet, you can go. So they describe they have an umbilical like something like they call it spirit rod or something. It's coming from your spiritual your gross body to your spiritual body in your belly button. So if you get lost, you can just follow that thing back. So that's how you go back to your original body. And then they tell you can see other creatures, other beings. So you either can travel in state of like around you, or like around like go to places that are undiscovered. Or
So
places,
like, is there any places that are actually doing this?
there are people doing. There are not places. There are people doing this. Like people, don't have substances. Because some people cannot take substances, they go doing it's therapy. So they just focus.
So they have therapy centers
they have
that
therapy
actually
that
do
does this. And I'm sure they have. So they can go places that are undiscovered. You can go. They describe you can go to the core of the earth. That's how they. So then, even if you're not able to go to the core of earth, you go where you can go to higher planetary system. Like how when it comes in the Hindu spirituality, they have different planetary system. Up is go up to the highest planetary system, so you can go up to the other planetary system. Look what they're doing. That's where all the demigods are, and all.
It's pretty overwhelming actually.
It's imagine imagine you're in substance and you see this. So like you see this kind of stuff because they told when you're in substance you see this kind of stuff, and then how can you comprehend? How can a weak man comprehend that stuff? So
But
that's
it's
why
totally out of our logic.
Yeah, that's
already,
what exactly out of logic.
It doesn't bind with whatever that we
We
know
have
of.
no. So that's why like people like weak mind they cannot like a lot or they cannot take this kind of stuff. They were like, hey, this one like a bit like if you talk whatever I'm talking to another, the one will think I'm probably crazy.
Yeah.
So that
but it's
that's how it is.
It is how it is, like like even if you tell me things like this now and I can't comprehend it, of course I'm gonna be like, this guy is crazy. But it's based on perspective, I would say. Until you experience it for yourself, you will never know. But it's just good to understand that there could be situations of such and it could be true. But these substances, I guess it should be substances or like this kind of astral projections and stuff like that, it should only be used for the betterment of mankind and not
Betterment
as a
for
downgrade.
yourself. What betterment? What?
A betterment of mankind and not a downgrade.
Yeah.
You know, so if like astral projection is way beyond comprehension, because you need, like, as far as I know, as far as I've read, for astral projection, it doesn't come within a day or two.
Okay, wait. Okay.
So yeah, it's not something that can be done in 1 or 2 days. You know, like when it comes to astral
it's a
projection.
process. Like it's a process.
It's a very, very different process. You can't be sitting in a city life and experiencing that. It definitely takes you to cut off some things, like sages and yogis. You know, people in Himalayas, they actually claim that they can go out of their body. And like how they're doing it, it is astral projection. But it takes that much. They usually spend 10 or 20 years. We don't even know if they're out of their mind already. You know?
That's the thing. I believe like psychedelics are a shortcut to attaining that kind of state, because we can't be meditating for 20 years. Our body is not generated for things like that.
Not?
Have you tried meditating for 5 minutes?
Yes,
we
definitely.
get distracted somehow.
But you get distracted. But that is the challenges that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
I mean, if a simple challenge like that is not being able to be overcome, then I don't see a
So
reason why
you would rather meditate for 20 years? Like your goal is to reach that position. You rather meditate for 20 years or take a shortcut?
Definitely every human being will say take
Yeah.
a shortcut. But what if the shortcut becomes a problem?
That's
That
the
is
thing.
where-
That's a risk.
That is the thing that is stopping everyone, you know. I mean, we can meditate. You want to reach that level, but not everyone wants to reach that. I believe not everyone wants that in their life. Some people want to
Some
know
people are
more.
comfortable where
Some
they are.
people are comfortable with where they are and they like their reality as it is. Some people don't.
Yeah.
So those kind of people, they do want to know more, you know. And
The
definitely
curiosity,
like,
the
the
curiosity.
curiosity is always going to be there, and all of us want to know more. But is it a lifestyle worth living? You know, because like even myself, I've always thought of like, you know, just letting go of everything and probably just meditating somewhere, you know, like just fuck this system, you know, and stuff like that. But
We need to survive.
in
also.
reality, it doesn't work that way. When you have loving families, when you have friends and stuff like that, you can't let go of all these bonds just to seek for one truth. And if you can, you are next level lah,
Yeah.
you know. But I believe it's definitely there. There is, I don't think they are out of their mind when, you know, sages and stuff say that they can have outer body experiences. It's just that science is not advanced enough to comprehend these things yet.
But I really don't think we should really depend on science when it comes to this thing. I think we should just like it's because science are not 100% correct also, but it's like
Science
because it
is
did-
basically like anything that can be proven. It
Because
will go under science.
Like I believe this kind of thing cannot be proven. This
But
thing,
I believe that, you know, technology can be advanced to a level where someday we can identify these things. Because
I honestly I don't think that we'll
I
ever
mean,
reach.
do you
the 5D
have you seen
dimension.
someone actually testing the neurons of a sage who's actually in meditational stage to know how their
Actually,
brain works?
like I remember there was one yogi in what's that place where they burn body in India?
In Varanasi.
Varanasi, that place.
Yeah.
So there was one sage were living up to 110 years. It's still there. They went test him. His body looks fine. Everything seems perfectly. And they were thinking, and then the guy telling, I just meditate. Meditate. And the guy just told, then they were like, how can this be possible? Like some things like that, science cannot put. They were studying it, but at one point they were like,
So does it,
at one
like-
point science they told, okay, this was lying already.
Okay, because that is something that you can't comprehend. Like, let's say you say something like, you know, I saw a UFO. And for me, it is not comprehensible because it's something new.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about it. So you can't blame me for saying that because I don't know anything about it or I didn't see it for a fact to know. So if someone has already seen it and if they were to tell someone that has not seen it, until you prove that, it will not be valid. So
But
that is
I-
what science is doing.
But-
They are, even if you want to say that science is wrong, I believe that science is not wrong. It's just that science doesn't know enough to understand these things. It's not that these things are not true. but it's just that science doesn't have enough backing to know what is happening, or maybe the technology to understand how things can go further. But maybe 100 years down the road, you never know what kind of advancement that we can do. Like, you watch Hollywood movies and you see that, people are actually transcending their mind into a different shell, where they are actually reflecting that this is a shell, and there must be a collective data, that can be transported and transmitted. Maybe we already found out about it thousands of years ago by astral projection or whatnot, to survive, to know that, we are endless, But when it comes to science is always going to say that it's wrong, because science doesn't know as a person, and it's fair because it's not proven. But what if one day when science can actually prove that these things are true? But we didn't know about organisms. If you ask me, would a caveman have known that there were microorganisms down the road, or in the cave or anywhere that he is? Could he have seen on that microscopic level? He couldn't. But science helped him to do that. So give it another 100 years, maybe it will be proven. It will be proven that astral projections are true.
It could be a possibility that we could find out, but I don't think anytime soon.
Yeah,
I really don't think anytime soon.
Like, to me, honestly, without science, we can be nowhere. Because everything that is around us,
you need science. You need science.
Yeah. So, and when science doesn't understand something, it doesn't mean that science is wrong. It just means that science does not have enough backing to understand it. And one day when we do have that backing to understand it,
but to have the backing, we need someone to try it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's how things have to progress. Like, we can have R&D for these kind of things, which comes back down to why we were talking about psychs and stuff like that. They should have actually checked on those chemical compound or do more research on it to see how it can help. Maybe even if it can't be extracted as compounds, if you want to use it, what kind of guidelines that you need to use it? Maybe you need a shaman or someone to actually guide you.
I remember ayahuasca. So it's like a retreat. You go on a holiday. It's a 3-day retreat where the shaman you will be on a strict diet, no sugar, fruit diet. So they go to 3 days. You'll be drinking ayahuasca. So they'll ask you like, what's your intention? You want to kill your ego. Maybe you're facing your life crisis. You don't know where to go in life. You want a different perspective. You want, or something's bothering you, going for addiction. So, and then there are so many documentaries in YouTube, but then I remember one thing, they were going to a jungle. So they keep you in a jungle where it's from. Then after how the process works, you sit down there, and then they'll get rid of the bad energy. They'll do some ritual, which are all the big ritual. They ask the energy to go. And then what happened was, then they ask you to take, the first day they call it the purging state.
But I see it very depressing, right? Like, everyone's like screaming. It's weird.
Yeah, the first time you sing, you be thinking, what the fuck is happening?
Going on, right?
Like, why is this? You feel like screaming, taking out his shit.
Sure,
like, what the fuck? But when he is describing, it's one of the best thing ever happened to him. He feels like one. So the first step is purging. Is where you take out all your bad energy from your body and out. You take it from your inner self and go out. So that is the purging state, where you'll be laughing a lot, you'll be puking, you'll be gagging a lot to take out all the bad energy. The second stage is where you'll take, and then you'll find yourself.
Yeah.
You go finding, you'll go on a search in your mind. It's all in your mind. Like, I remember one of my friend took psilocybin in Amsterdam. He was in nature. So he described it as a journey. So this is his first time taking psilocybin. So he described it, he was controlled. He had a sitter and everything was okay. And then so in New York, they had this university, they were doing some research. They put this playlist on Spotify. They told, if you're taking psilocybin or taking a hallucinogen, listen to this playlist. Because this playlist will help you guide. So, because sometimes first timers, when you go, you don't know where to go. You just take and then you'll just go with it. For sometimes the psilocybin, you need some guidance. So this thing will help you guide. So I remember they have a playlist. It's all classical music. So they were playing. He felt like he was all eye close eye visual. As the music began, he felt he was going to a roller coaster. After the roller coaster, in his mind, everything is close eye. He's just stayed in one position, lying down, and music is in his ears. So what happened was, he sat down. He was hearing some African music, African tribal music. He could see, like, I fucking not. He told me the same thing. He could see, Lion King, the migration.
Yeah.
Lion King migration. He was there overview, seeing all animals were migrating, and he could see Rafiki having Simba there. It was like he was so unreal. Then he realized, like, we are so insignificant in this earth and all. And then he was different music or different kind of different music or different kind of guidance. You go there. Sometimes classical music can be really, really like deep and it goes in really anger state. So when that part came, it scared him. That's how people, like, because it was going to a journey, because the classical music, if you notice, it goes in a journey. It's not all happy. You go up, down, sad, up. It's like happy, sad, and eventually come out happy. It's like going through a journey by itself. So let's say classical music was playing out. The good part was so nice, but then the bad part came in. He didn't expect that. That's when he started like, hey, what the fuck is happening now? Like, it's not something that he would want to see. But then he realized it's part of the journey on becoming a better person. So he's just like, okay, you know what? He always thinks to himself, he told me that you are in control. Your mind's not control. Control your mind. Control it. Just control. You are always in control. That's all. Don't let it take control of you. So like this thing taught him.
So when you say you are in control of your mind, you are referring to two different people, is it? Like two different beings. Like
sometimes
your mind and you is
like sometimes
something
you
different.
do talk to yourself. Like sometimes like
I mean, it's questionable. Like for me, my belief is that the brain is the storage. And what are you? Are you lah? It's very. It's a weird thing, like when you ask yourself, when you question yourself about things like this.
Like even like sometimes mind will give stupid suggestion. Like you see a girl, your mind will go and slap her like that lah. Go and
slap her.
No, like,
what does your mind?
I don't know. Mine is damn weird because I feel like we are watching a lot of movies, so our mind is exposed to that, So our mind is suddenly like mind works in a very weird way. It'll think in a very weird kind of like, let's do like this kind of stuff. Like imagine this kind of stuff. Like those how I feel people are falling in a trap of depression, suicide, because the mind is a really complex thing. It makes you think.
It's not
in a
something that
different
you
thing.
can talk
it's
about.
Not
Because the mind is one of the strongest organ in your body. And like understanding the mind itself, I think we are not.
Yeah, we are not nearby anything.
We're not there yet. We need more years to come to
that's
actually
when
understand.
My friend told that psychedelic help him to realize that we are always in control.
Yeah, so basically, like when it comes to psychedelics, from what I know as well, like from people that have tried and like reading articles and stuff, it always goes on a phase where you have a bit of a nausea, and then you find hallucinations, and then after a while you get like ego death, and ego death basically means like
I feel it's people should go to ego death. A lot of people
because like you need to have that ego death to like actually overcome and see things clearer. You can't hold things back and expect to learn new things. So ego death is apparent, and then after that people go through like a phase of understanding themselves. So what happens is basically they are just looking into their mind with enhanced substances which connects different parts of your brain, which apparently right now we know that it causes visual hallucinations and stuff like that. But what it does to your body, what it does to your mind, to me it's an altering substance because it's proven. But how it's going to alter, that is one question. For a lot of people it has been useful, like for people who are beating addictions and stuff like that, even current medication that could not get them through, but DMT and substances like this have helped them in their lifetime. And that you wouldn't know how it is like to be under depression or be under PTSD or something like that. Only they would know. So like it could be a blessing for them. But at the same time, we see outside around the world, like people reject these substances because they don't want it to alter their current reality.
They are too comfortable. They like...
Yeah, they are comfortable for a reason because, when we go out and we explain this to people, it's a very subjective matter.
But don't you think that's also like a really bad like habit, like you're just comfortable being comfortable. Like for example, like the Greek, like the golden age started when all these philosophers started like asking like, what am I doing here? What's my purpose here?
But what if everyone asks us the same question?
Yeah.
Then we are I don't know what's going to happen. If everyone thinks that they are, they
just
have
give
a
them
purpose,
all
we won't have this community at all in the first place. How do we remain as a community and, gain help from these kind of substances? That's the question. So if we can, we have to move towards a really progressive way of like handling these situations. Yes, we do understand that these substances can be great, can be good for humans, but at the same time we know that some people who have mentally, like maybe if they are too depressed to a level where they cannot even handle their own depression and they take these kind of substances and it enhances that depression, they might eventually die. So we need to know how things works, like like R&D research and development should be done for this side of it, for them to understand how it works on the human mind first. As far as we know, it connects different parts of your brain to like different parts of your brain. That's all we know, but we don't know how it does to individual people. Like some people, there might be other external factors, like we call it as the variables, like other variables. What are there? Like maybe that person has some other problems or like breathing problems, because these substances, as we know, like they cause nausea, they cause like distortion, visual hallucinations and stuff like that. So different people, it works differently. And we need to tackle that first and understand how it works in order for us to actually use it, in the medical field or whatever that you want to use it. Back then, why they allow only one person to use it was practical, because you just give it to one person who is considered a shaman and he sees that reality and he brings it down to his people.
Yeah, sometimes like
that is
sometimes
fair.
you cannot, once you see all those kind of stuff, you cannot tell it in layman terms, because
you
you
cannot
sometimes you call the information you see like too much,
Yeah, I mean, it's something that should not be
it's something should be very personal.
Let's say a shaman is there, he is on that substances and he is directing that message to you. But
like
imagine
messenger,
if his people are in that substance as well, then who is going to listen to who? Everyone's mind will have one story to tell, and at the end of the day it does not sync.
That's why like psychedelics aren't for everybody as well.
People back then, we know it has been used. We know in ancient cultures they have used it before. Maybe even the kings and
even
the queens.
even in Hinduism have
if you date it back to history,
Hinduism is filled with marijuana, psychedelics and everything, because the things they were seeing, the things they were doing are really very psychedelic related.
I think our culture, some of it are based off psychedelics because of like, you see geometrical patterns and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like,
these are what people mention that they have seen, throughout like all this visual hallucination and stuff. So how does one comprehend that and like actually base it off their culture kind of thing? Because like we talk about like in Hinduism they talk about chakras and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And
the
then
third eye and everything. Like I feel like we put science a bit to the side first. It's how amazing how everything, whatever a person under psychedelic, is correlating to something that Indian culture is backdated for so long. Everything makes sense somehow.
Somehow it does, but
like
I feel
the way
like
the temples are created, like the temples.
Yeah, there is. You can see those backings there from psychedelics, like what it has done. But was it really the substance or was it the person? You have to ask yourself that question, because this is your mind. You are allowing something to enhance your mind, but end of the day, it's your own mind. It's not a substance that is helping out, So, like, whatever cultural backing that we have is based on our collective mind. And, like, these substances help to enhance it according to our culture back then. And, like, the Egyptians, they always talk about the pineal gland and stuff like that. Those are all major conspiracies around the world. And we know that they don't talk about these things because it's pretty much taboo, or probably someone doesn't want you to talk about it.
It's just very amazing, like how
to see all the
it's
things that has been created based on all this kind of stuff.
It's very crazy.
Even artists have used it.
Artists are like, for example, the mandala effect. They always tell the Indian believe like mandala, each corner is represented by your past, present, and your ancestral roots and something else. I forgot the last one, but these three. So people usually last time people don't need this kind of psychedelics to travel to places. This mandala looks as simple. It's like a train where they always focus on that travel, that thing, the corner, and it'll take you to your past or present. That's how they were telling us.
I believe I've heard of this as well, like when they talk about like mandalas and like how it can actually be around, like, you know, when we watch Doctor Strange, he just does like some mandala and then he flies off somewhere. So I mean, it does make sense also. But you know, what to do? We live in a system of such.
Society. But it's
interesting to know.
It's fucking interesting because we know there are something outside of us waiting for us there.
Yeah. It's something that we don't understand yet.
Yeah,
it's very hard to comprehend now.
This is all really spiritual, really based now.
Yeah.
This is not a normal. This is all really, really spiritual. This is your inner self.
When like people say, you know, they are looking deeper into
themselves.
Like
exactly. When they say look deeper, they want it's very spiritual based. That's why like with all the religions, all like come in. Like I could personally feel like of all the story I've listened, all the story I heard when it comes to psychedelics, I could really relate it to the Indian culture somehow. Because Indian cultures are I find it so detailed, complex. Like everything has a story.
Yeah.
It's really, and then they were telling that when you take psychedelics, one of my friends, when you take psychedelics, you dance, you know, your body moves. When you put the music, your body moves in such a way that your body automatically moves. Lord Shiva, when he was creating the world, like Brahma told him to create the world, and he has to destroy the world. How did he destroy? Lord Shiva started dancing, and the way he was dancing, it was described in the Vedic scriptures that he was dancing in such a way. It looks like he was intoxicated. They told intoxicated. So they told he's always famous for substances like marijuana, or they call it the eater of life. And what they describe eater of life is the psilocybin psychedelics and all. That's what they were describing. So he were dancing so aesthetically. He destroyed the whole. It destroyed the planet Brahma created. So that's how they were. It's all correlated somehow to them.
It's very complex, Stuff like this is damn complex.
Like they always tell, but you take psychedelics in places that have history.
Yeah, but the conclusion of it, I feel like it has been used. It has been used in the past.
Yeah.
It's being used in the present, and it will be there in the future. But how are we going to create an order?
Yeah.
You know? That's
it's going to be that is going to be.
Have you had anyone that you know that actually went crazy on psychedelics?
Honestly, no.
But I do.
You do? Like
yes,
how
I have met someone who actually went crazy with psychedelics.
Okay. What
by
happened?
overdosing.
Okay.
So this person actually
what
overdosed.
did he take?
LSD.
Okay.
He took LSD, and the substance was too much that he overdosed, and you know he ended up going mad. You know, and he's in a mental ward. You know.
So what is he like? Go crazy? What does he do?
Mine
what is he doing?
is not there. I mean, he is impaired. He can't make decisions. He is like, you know, I'm not trying to reflect it in a bad way, but when you take something, too much of something,
too much of anything
snaps.
is bad.
Yeah, his mind just snapped, and he can't comprehend what is real and what is not.
Yeah, that's another big thing.
That is a problem.
Yeah, that is a biggest problem in psychedelic. I read in Reddit they have a lot of things. You need to comprehend what's reality and what's not reality.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, don't stay fucking far away from the drug.
Yeah, but I believe like everyone should as well.
Yeah.
Like once they have a proper order, if it's
intention
going to be
or
implemented,
intention,
then you know, I see the relevance of it. But like, you know, if you want to go, you can go to like countries that are already legal to like actually see what it is all about. But end of the day, I think it's not about the substance, it's always about the person. So when a person is smarter, a substance can make them smarter, or if it were to enhance, it can make you smarter. But if you were down the drain and then, you know, you go and take these kind of things, it's going to definitely cause a lot of harm.
That's why a lot of if the smart people takes
Yeah.
In fact, they become smarter.
Yeah, so like it's also the questions that you ask about, like you want to know something further, and maybe with these substances that they use, it actually connects different parts of their brains to work faster in a way where they can actually comprehend something in a much different way by looking at it in a different perspective. That is what people always say, right? You know, they look at things in a different perspective.
They always tell they describe psychedelic in a, because your brain works in a certain percentage, right? So once you like you say, it enhances your brain. So you look things in a different kind of perspective.
In a very different perspective.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it's giving you more chances to solve a problem. When you were looking like this towards a problem, right now you have a view of like
eagle eye view.
everywhere, you know, like you can see it as a whole. And seeing it as a whole is what happens in their mind. So this is what happens to people who apparently they mention that they have a good trip. They call it a good trip. So when they have a good trip, it's mostly because of this, because their questions have been answered within their minds, and they have let go of a lot of negative thoughts or whatnot through their ego death phase and whatever that they mention. So these are the steps to actually coming down to using this substance properly on a recreational basis that we knew. But if let's say you don't have all this guidance, what happens? So it cannot be recreational, that's for sure. We both know it. But we know that there are significant benefits out of this substance, which
it's a good and bad it's a good and bad kind of thing.
But these significant substance have not even been researched. They never even do research, you know, about substances like this. Although it has been used for thousands of years in different cultures.
But now people are doing this. Like US is doing research now.
Definitely.
They are doing, and they're coming out with a lot. Like I see now, US they're taking out Xanax and giving out LSD to all the patients, like from addiction, psychological. They passed the law. So like in the psychonaut world, it's a good thing people are getting to know what is the real benefit of it. But like you say, this kind of drug should be controlled.
It should be really
it should be very controlled, because
it's not something you play around with.
Because I find this kind of thing is like it's like a teacher. And sometimes if you ask for too much information, you can't handle that too much information. Like, let's say when you're 3 years old, I put you in university. You're thinking, what the fuck is this? And you'll be learning from things that are supposed to be learned when you are 18 or 19. And you'll be lost. And you go at one point, when you grow up, you won't be the same person. So that's why like a lot of things are not for a lot of people. Kind of thing. And these things are I find this substance are very spiritual.
Yeah, it has been associated with spirituality throughout the years, as you know, like you know, like Mayans. And, like, a lot of them, they have used these substances for spirituality, and it's still being used till this day. You know, LSD and LSD, like what else do they have? Like, you know, ayahuasca. These are just some of the things that we know. But there are other things like salvia. People have used all these kind of substances which contains DMT, and these are substances which they use spiritually. So when they say there are some things that we should not do, I think
we should listen to
them, because these are only for people that actually went through training. Like if you want to be a shaman, you can't be a shaman just overnight. You need significant amount of training.
You need to know what to do.
You know, you have to be in the wild. You have to know.
They always tell when you take ayahuasca, a jaguar will come out from wherever you are. A jaguar that will come out. You'll see a yellow colored jaguar around you. Wow. So it's depending like how are you gonna freak out? So those shamans are the one like telling you, hey, don't freak out. Everything's your mind. So
they
let
are
it be.
Basically guiders.
They guide us.
Why they are allowed to use these substances is because they have significant amount of training. They have let go of ego. They have let go of a lot of things.
Okay, we were talking shaman.
Yeah. So basically,
someone qualified to take care of you and all that.
How would you feel like when you just like take some sort of substance and then you don't have any guidance and then you're like going all crazy? You might even lead to like suicide, you know, because you don't know what it is.
You'll panic because you'll see suddenly. Just imagine you see your deepest, darkest fear right in front of you.
Yeah, like
what are you gonna do?
Or something like that.
What are you gonna do that time? That's why shaman are really good. They are there because they are. Yeah, some people are afraid of clowns. So you see a clown there. What the fuck to do?
Yeah.
So like sometimes the psychedelics substances, they will show you they basically magnifying your mind into the real world so you can see. So like
Real world meaning like,
yeah, means like to you.
Okay.
They magnifying to you. So like you see, sometimes let's say you go to a bad breakup, or let's say you are going to addiction, you'll see your deepest darkest fears right in front of you. So the shaman will help you, like same thing, ayahuasca, all these things. Shaman will help you to confront it. You go talk to it. Don't be afraid. Just go to ask whatever the thing is. What are you doing here? What do
that's
you really want
pretty
from
intense,
me?
right?
Yeah, what do you really want? Those are the, so if imagine you take the shaman out of the context, what you're gonna do is just stare at the thing there, and I think it's gonna be like bigger and bigger. You get even more scared. You go crazy.
Which is
you go
why
crazy.
people go crazy
Yeah.
lah eventually.
So shamans are the one that will help you. Okay, just go talk to that thing. Asking what are you doing here? What are you feeling? What are you like? What you make it go away. So you have like a deal with it to make it like, you know what? I'll come out of this. You be strong to whatever that is in front of you. That
Okay.
is how they were explaining how coming out of an addiction, coming from like jumping for you'll be in a 30-story building, jumping down. The leap
Okay.
of faith is that thing where a shaman will try to make you. Imagine you don't have a sitter. You going through the leap of faith. Everything looks real,
Yeah.
and a sane person won't jump.
Yeah.
But if a shaman is there and telling you, hey, don't worry, everything is safe. Goodness is here.
This is all
everything here.
happening in your mind.
This is all
right?
happening in
Just
your
to be
mind. Yeah.
clear.
This is
Because
everything
I don't
happening in your
want the
mind.
audience to think like, you know.
This is everything happening in your mind. It's all closed eyes visuals.
Yeah.
So like the shaman, it's okay. Just do what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
So they always describe of coming out of addiction, jumping, making the leap of faith.
Making that leap of.
So once-
in generally you're teaching your mind to
Yeah.
like, take a leap
Yeah,
of faith.
exactly. Basically make your mind strong. So the leap of faith will jump. If it feels, they always describe it. It feels real, like you are really jumping
Very
out of
real,
building.
yeah.
Like remember, like how when you sleep and you're dreaming, suddenly that dream like it's like you falling down, and then when you hit the floor, you wake up like what the fuck.
We grew up
Yeah.
in the Matrix world.
Yeah.
Right? We know what it is.
So and
about,
then
right?
this one is they told the same thing. Once you hit the ground, addiction just goes off. Like my cousin was he was addicted to smoking.
Mm-hmm.
He described this exact same situation. Now he doesn't have the urge to hold a cigarette. That's how everybody That's how everybody come out of addiction. They all mention the leap of faith. He came out. He doesn't have the urge of smoking at all. So that's how like it's a very weird way in a very good way. So like, and then one more thing I want to talk about is the Akashi record. Have you heard of the Akashi records?
Akashi records.
So this Akashi record is also one more thing that's really like, what the fuck is this? Like, you're not fucking with me,
What
right?
is it about?
Yeah. So Akashi record is like a server. It's like a base server. It's all your historic, past, present, and future are stored inside there. So
Okay.
a lot of people that they want to know what did I do in my previous life?
Okay.
Because
Whoa.
Hinduism, they believe reincarnation. So I want to know what is my previous life. So Akashi records, these records has all these things stored inside. So you can they always tell these records are stored within you. It's not outside. So everything's inside of you. So it's a bit crazy. Even I was like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
So in Reddit, all my information I've been getting from Reddit. So I've not to say all, I've other sources also. Like this Akashi record was in Reddit specifically. So they were telling it's inside of you. So I was like, inside of you. So they were telling it's, yeah, I saw the same thing. Like inside of you. Then after they were telling it's inside beating you in your soul like that. So so there were 3 ways of getting to know your past, present, future ancestral roots, which is either psychedelics, astral projection, and one more just mindful meditation. So they always tell to, okay, you know what, just sit down, meditate, what you want to find out. So they told what you want to find out. So let's say I want to know what was I in my previous life. So my previous life, so you meditate. They always tell there's no physical evidence, but the evidence will come like in the sense of smell. Smell, hearing, and they always tell there's entity taking care of these records. So when this entity comes, it's like a spirit like that. Entity comes, you introduce yourself to tell your name and tell what you want. So Akashi records is records. This is all not proven by science.
Okay.
That's the thing. The first thing you Google Akashi record, they'll tell is scientifically not proven.
Okay.
So, but then these people have the same feeling. But a million people came out to these are the feelings I've seen and saw. So Akashi record is something that's really like really interesting. I'm really curious. Like, what is these records? Like, who are keeping these records? Like, how?
Yeah, and especially when they say it's within you.
Yeah, so it's like, what is this? So they describe your body is like a car, and you, the driver, are the soul. So the soul is driving. So every time it's going a journey. So once you get enough, you change a different car. That's when you're changing body and you go. So they describe the soul as like that, changing t-shirt. You wear t-shirt every day. So it's like you're changing bodies. Your soul is eternal. Your soul is where it's always in Hinduism they believe that. So your soul it's never dying. It goes to a different body.
Basically, you can never die.
Your soul doesn't die. Your body dies.
Okay.
That's the difference. Your soul can never die, but your body dies. So that's why when you see all these yogis, they meditate so much, their soul will come out of the body. That's when that's the fifth dimension of astral projection.
Does that mean like they have control on like how they can move in and out?
Yeah, they are one with everything. So they come out of that state of mind of the body itself. So they go like astral projection is fourth dimension. When you come out, so it's fifth dimension. Fifth dimension is where you can see all these divine spirits all around you, like demigod. You go to a different planetary system, like what they describe. So and then they always tell like, even astral projection you can go that far, but you need to control your mind. Like careful, like astral projection. If you want to stay out of your body, you can stay. That means don't come back to your body. But and your body will be in a coma lah. Your body will be sleeping. And psychedelic, the substance will wear off. So eventually you will come back to reality. It's just how you perceive whatever you saw.
Yeah.
So like some people do astral projection, they like I prefer to be in a higher planetary system. They won't come back to your body. But eventually, because your body is just sleeping, eventually like a sound or touch, you will come back to your body. Like I know like some people there are rules for an astral projection as well. There will go platinum rule. You treat how you want to be treated, because you are meeting other spirits or other astral projection people, or you are meeting higher spirits that are visiting these planets.
Okay.
So and then the goal rule is you treat how they want to be treated. So you once you go to that area, that realm, you don't be a dick lah. You don't treat other people like this one, because they are also there for a reason. Because these people are there, and they told like you can never die in this realm. Yeah, unless you do something stupid to anger. They are just that stupid anger to higher. You anger entity that's higher than you. That you can. That one they rarely will kill you because you are so insignificant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then the one more person was describing how is I remember this was in the US. Terence McKenna, this guy, he's a botanist. What he does is he studies cultures, psilocybin and all. He took so much of mushrooms. So one part of mushroom you take more than 15 Gs, but you lose your motor skills. Your motor skills can't work. So and then you just close the eyes. It's all in your mind. He flies up to a different planetary system. He mentioned those worlds are blue in color. The creatures he's seeing is blue in color. They're all doing normal stuff. Like normal stuff, like how humans are, but these creatures are blue color. They have like buildings, they're normal stuff. So he went there and asked, do you have mushrooms? This is when he was stripping balls. He was seeing all these visuals.
I'm
so
sure he
intense.
was.
So he saw this blue color thing, and then he asked, I want mushroom. That thing replied him, what the fuck, what is mushroom? Then he told something you drink. And then it replied elixir. He said it's elixir of life. They named in that planet, they named it elixir of life. So and then he was like, fuck it. He drank. When he was tripping, he was there. So imagine he was tripping and he was tripping in his subconscious body.
Some Inception stuff.
Exactly. How do you think Inception came about? What do you think the inspiration came from? Interstellar, fifth dimension, fourth dimension. Like you only can do like this kind of thing if you experience those kind of stuff from like kind of people.
Even like Avatar the movie.
Exactly. I mean, that's how they describe the blue color people like that. That's how they connect. So he told he was tripping there also. Then he went higher. He described he was high and he felt it was like he is one with the universe, one with every single thing, and that's how they describe the God. They are one with the universe. That's how they. And then eventually, the substance will wear down in your body. Your body will digest it, and it will go down. So that's how they always tell you. Can you overdose with mushroom? There would never been a case with overdosing mushroom. No one has ever died, but they have gone crazy. Like you said, no one has ever died with this kind of substance. But it's not about dying; it's about your mind.
Yeah.
They have people gone.
They made the choices
crazy,
at that point, lah.
Yeah.
But these were contributors towards their deaths, lah. Because it will be very different for, like, let's say people who actually died.
Yeah.
Let's say like the girl in Amsterdam. Her family thinks that this is something that we should never ever do. So it's based on perspective, lah. I would say, but it's really it's something to amaze about, to like know more. You know, like we don't even know anything about our universe. Probably we do, but it's not that much. You know.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's out there really, and we can only assume.
That's the best we can do.
That's the best we can do. But at the same time, when like substances like this actually gives probably a credible answer towards this question.
Can you just turn on the lens? Yeah. Is it recording? I was scared the memory just goes off. Okay. Yeah, you saying?
So like basically these substances could give like answers towards these questions that we have always been asking. What are we? Are we a vessel are we a being in a vessel kind of thing? So we do know that for a fact. Everyone does. But we don't question stuff like this because we just follow what our basic system tells us to follow.
But we have some people.
Yeah, but we have this set of people
always questioning
this.
Why we here?
What is it all about? Why are we here? What is a few couple of species
to be honest,
doing
we also need those kind of people to survive.
Of course, you need them because these are the questions that led to our civilization today. But I wouldn't say it's a bad civilization. It's an amazing civilization. It's just that we haven't answered some questions that should have been answered long time ago.
I like you said earlier just now. Not a lot of information we can comprehend.
Yeah,
there's so much information. If I'm talking to you, to a normal kind of person, talking about Akashi, this kind of information, like, it's too much for them to handle. So those will be thinking like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Too much. And imagine like we getting those kind of information. Like too much to handle, and they were like, it's too much for them. They cannot
unless it's delivered in the right way.
Yeah.
You know. So substances like this, I don't condone the use of this kind of substances at all. But if there is some kind of benefit that you can get out of it, then by all means it should be done in a very controlled manner.
It has to be done in a controlled manner.
It's somewhere where it's allowed. Somewhere where you have spiritual guidance. If we are going to say that these substances are very entwined with spirituality, so if it's going to be entwined in spirituality, we need people that have those kind of backings. You know,
we don't have the psychedelic studies here.
It's like definitely not being done. So those are the first step. You know, we are taking baby steps now. Like countries like Holland and stuff like that, they already started their research back then.
US is it's called Colorado. It's all legal there.
Yeah, but definitely they didn't start this research yesterday or the day
they
before.
They started
long time ago. Why did they start it? That's the question. Because they knew that
Sure, one flew that's curious. He
questioned about it. He asked himself if these substances is a naturally occurring substance that can actually be entwined with a human being, what else can it do for a human being? Like on a general basis. Like we are just a species in a planet. We tend to forget that sometimes. But what are the deeper truths towards the universe, towards life, towards everything that we know of.
Yeah.
You know, what is the deeper truth? And some people say they can get that out of meditation. They can look deeper within themselves. But some people like taking shortcuts.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us do.
Yeah,
Definitely
we
will
always
take the
want a
tech.
shortcut.
We always want the shortcut. But how is that shortcut going to be managed?
Like you say, if you take a shortcut, it's not going to be a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
It gets it there, but sometimes you may get stuck halfway.
Yeah,
Like
true.
let's say like going to a mountain, it's either you go over past it the hard way or you drill a hole.
Yeah.
When you're drilling a hole, there could be a possibility the mountain just shatters on you. So it's if a shortcut comes with responsibility.
It comes with responsibilities.
Yeah.
So like I believe like Holland and stuff like that, like places where it's already legal and people are using it, good for them. And honestly, they should be, you know, giving out more information on what this substance actually does and how it helps, so that the rest of the world can understand as well, like, you know, on their standpoint on why it's currently legal there. I mean, it's not a small step to legalize a substance like that.
It took so long to fucking legalize marijuana, and then marijuana is like not even it is a touching point of psychedelics, but it's a bit out of psychedelics. But now only marijuana just got legal for just in the US and Canada, and now is next step is psychedelics, and there I think it will take a very long time for them to like properly have research and all.
But I think it's psychedelics, like, okay, if you want to say like, you know, marijuana and stuff like that, those substances are substances that can be controlled.
Yeah.
It doesn't alter your mind. It gives you some sort of a feeling.
But sometimes
That's
the edible does, like a lot of people take edibles, you be like, whoa. No, I mean like some people that have taken edibles, they've described like it's like whoa, like what's going on now?
Yeah.
So it does somewhat.
I mean, I
does
wouldn't
alter,
know,
so.
but knowing like, you know, edibles or like this marijuana and stuff like that, it just causes feelings towards you.
Yeah.
You get these kind of feelings and stuff, but it's not something that is altering your mind or your brain. So when it comes to psychedelics, these substances really alters, and you will never know it until you meet someone that had a terrible trip, you know, and you will know how serious it can be. Because for someone that reported to have a good trip, they normally don't see the crazy side of it. Everything is very nice. It goes in a very nice pace. But for people who have seen the other side of it, it's scary. And honestly, it's very, very scary when people stutter over calls and stuff like that. You know, they can't even speak properly.
Yeah, like seeing your deepest, darkest secret, deepest, darkest fear right in front of you.
So
what do you do?
Generally, you just have to find a way to like use these things responsibly.
Yeah.
And it's always a good thing to follow what officials actually say. If they believe that these substances can be good for you, it can be good for you. But until then, if you know, they know that, you know, other places are already legalizing and stuff like that, maybe they need more time to do some research and check on it. Because no one raises a question about things like this in a country here. You know, we don't look at all these things.
Because psychedelics are coming into the pictures just because of mental health.
Come on, we can't even get past some situations in Malaysia. You think we are going to get past all this?
Our country, we have a long way to go.
Yeah. I mean, we are still finding equality in this country.
We have a long way to go.
You know, there's still so much of problems in this country where we have to resolve.
Yeah, people be psychedelics are okay. The one you put in the corner, we got better things to worry about.
Yeah, but in the end also it needs to be some things that has to be done here.
But it's the way psychedelic came. It was a very bad. It has a very bad name and all, but the way it's introducing to the society is very nice because it's coming from the medical and science way.
Yeah.
So it's been proven that by science, because we need science to prove something.
Yeah.
Like we say, so it's coming from a science kind of perspective that it's good, it helps.
Yeah.
It's good that people are doing research to it. That the way it's getting introduced back to the society, it's a really good. I was really like happy. How is it coming? Like a lot of companies, they are changing all the synthetic drugs like Xanax, antidepressant, and they're testing out on patient, and it's all going good. Like the percentage of recovery is so good, and it's coming out from based on science. That's a good thing. But also like people will always abuse this. Too much of water will destroy your body. Too much of anything will always destroy your body. That's why like
the problem is basically abuse, lah.
it's the abuse of alcohol. It's a
People
prime example.
died, like
People die. You see, I've seen so many people getting in clubs. They drink so much alcohol because once
alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, if
not only
too much alcohol, the body will turn alcohol to poison.
Like, let's say you want to kill yourself, it's fine with alcohol. Why would you risk the life of other
Exactly.
people? Like, you've seen what happened right recently and stuff like that. It's bad shape. And when the day we know how to control these kind of things, that's when we will be more progressive, as a country.
Yeah.
Like, why? Even
But
Germans
I really don't think we can actually control alcohol because people associate alcohol as for the life of the party kind of thing.
No lah, I don't think so. Like, ban the shit out of it lah.
Yeah,
Because
I would say so.
because it's causing more problems than goodness.
Yeah.
You can.
It's causing more problems than solving a problem.
Yeah, like if you can, bring out like psychs and all these kind of things. If you can have a research and try to make some things beneficial for the people, I think that would be much better than having alcohol on the streets where people are just killing other people.
And you don't
having
be yourself.
no regards.
Like I'll drink alcohol. Like I know I drink alcohol. I don't be myself. Sometimes like you be your someone else will come out. Like that's alcohol. You get your inner self. Suddenly it comes out, and those inner self you can't control sometimes.
Yeah,
that's why
alcohol. It's alcohol.
Alcohol is such a weird.
It gets you numb. It gets you wasted.
It's such a weird drug that it's so known worldwide. Like it's alcohol is created to heat your body.
Yeah, basically you use it in the proper amount, it's fine. But when people don't know how to use it in the proper amount, they abuse the substance. This is what happens. End of the day, can we blame the substance for it?
Yeah, we can't blame the substance.
We can only blame the people for not having proper guidance and discipline.
And education. Like I feel like in Asian country, we should have education on this kind of substances and all. Like how much to take, what to take, how to take, when to take. Those kind of things are very important for a person to do it, to know, because you can't simply like I just ask you, go learn engineering. You need to know how, when, and all. You can't just like you'll be building a building that's very weird. Yeah. So it's like we need a proper like education for this drug. Like I feel Malaysians or even Asian country don't have the proper like that's one thing good what Europe doing. Now there are a lot of studies going on psychedelics on the US and all. That's one thing good that
because they know they cannot stop their people from doing whatever they want to do.
And it's just going everywhere for them.
Yeah, so if they can't stop it, at least they educate them and they find a best solution.
They adapt.
That is what we do.
Yeah.
We adapt, we improvise, we learn new things, and we try to implement it in our life. So those are the things that Malaysia and other countries can actually learn from. But I think we are a long way from there because now only they are fixing their economy. They're fixing a lot of things. But I do believe one day that, it will be apparent. Things like this will come out because that you and I know in Malaysia, we are stressed. There's a lot of mental illness, that comes out. People are killing people, There are so many things that are going on. And we have never put a proper full stop to it, And it's always, throw them in rehab. Get them this, get them that. But what is it going to help?
Give them drug, numb them, and make sure they don't move.
Move. That's it. So, if there is a better way of solving the equation and not just putting people aside and, just framing them as, you're mad or something like that, giving them something else to see if it actually works. This is what medical is all about, to cure people. And if this can actually help to cure people,
then by all means,
it should be implemented, But if it cannot be controlled, then it becomes a problem.
There's no proper education. You need to control a substance, but there always, if there's a substance, there's 100% there'll be some people will be abusing the substance.
Yeah,
there'll be consequences. Everything you do will have consequences.
Yeah, but this is not something. This is not some regular substance
this is not
to be
some regular
abusing on.
substance.
It's something that is really, really.
It's a good thing that it's illegal because these drugs is not meant for anyone or everyone.
Yeah. It's just for people who are troubled, basically.
Yeah, people who are troubled. Like if
normal people won't go for all
if
this
you
kind
want
of
to
stuff.
do it, go do a country that's educated with this kind of thing. They know how to keep you in a state of mind that's you will be sane. They know how to tell you what you're seeing and how to perceive whatever you're seeing. So it's like it honestly it's like before I die, I would want to go to a country and go to a shamanic ritual. Like my mind is very curious in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I will never ever do it in a country like this.
Likewise.
Because I don't want to get myself in unnecessary trouble. It's very unnecessary.
Yeah.
And it causes your trip to be even bad. So like you go to places like in Sham, you know you're safe.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen to you. Imagine you are taking substance in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You'll be in extra safe. You don't have to that worry of shit, I'm doing something illegal. So
Yeah.
it's a very good thing to go. Like you go to Amazon. The ayahuasca is legal in Brazil,
Yeah, to
Colombia.
fight depression and
It's all everywhere. It's just finding the person the shaman.
The right place to do it, lah.
Yeah.
And if you have the need of doing it, then you can do it. But if you don't have the need of doing it, then it's
Yeah, if you don't have the
stay away from all
intention,
this stuff.
or you just have the intention, like, I just want to try it, don't do it.
Yeah, like if you have a purpose of doing it, you want to know more about something, maybe you should find the proper place and the proper people to actually do it. Because eventually, someday, someone is going to do something like this.
Yeah.
So it's either you do it safe or you don't, But most people won't, listen.
Yeah.
And nowadays also people don't listen.
And people are just creating synthetic drugs out of all the
you
stupid
hear
things.
it everywhere, dude. Like everyone is doing something
Yeah,
crazy.
like what the fuck? Some drugs are mixed with 5 different compounds that are made with rat poison.
Yeah.
And people are taking it like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like,
And
why?
then you decriminalize about substances that actually could have benefit. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you taking that product? It fucks up your body.
Especially like alcohol. lah. I feel like
Yeah,
alcohol
alcohol
is one
fucks
of
up
the
your
biggest
body.
fuck up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they actually allow it to be.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah, like I think I'm in with this one with like people in Malaysia. Like if you can't control your alcohol, don't have it at all. In the first place.
alcohol fucks up. Alcohol fucks up your body.
Yeah,
You need to treat your body like a temple. That's all I can tell.
Yeah.
Alcohol fucks up your body so much.
Yeah.
I've seen
And
how people
rather than
change.
having these kind of things in our country, we can look towards having more research and development on plant-based substances, like things like this, like how it can actually help. Why are they being successful in this? We, as a country in Asia, can create maybe a cure, or we can solve the equation of like mental illness, because things like this have been proven to help out in mental illness, as we spoke about earlier. So I believe that it can happen, but it just needs to take time. lah.
Yeah, we were talking about the medicinal basis, like alcohol. Yeah, alcohol. Like
I don't know, lah. Like, okay, I had my fair share of fun with alcohol, but I think it's about time where everyone realized that this substance is actually killing people.
Yeah.
It was killing people who were actually
gives
consuming
cancer,
it.
So
It was killing people who consumed it. Now it's killing people that didn't even consume it by people who have consumed.
That's where we should draw the line.
You should draw the line. You should know that this is not working out. Hello, please stop. Because this is not going to be healthy for a society that is coming up in the world by knowing that our COVID and stuff like that. We have been working on it so well. So why would they want to be ashamed?
It's the same thing like having a sitter.
Yeah.
Like you go to a jungle. You just drink alcohol, but in a controlled manner. You don't harm anyone. You don't harm literally anything.
Yeah.
You
But
just
there's no
harm-
benefit of it.
There's no
like-
benefit. Hey,
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
no
fucking benefit of drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
I don't
I
see
don't
any
get it.
benefit of it.
Yeah. It only causes more problems.
Yeah.
You contact people that you shouldn't.
Oh my god! Like you'll start calling your ex like, I want to go to you. Like your
I have no comments on that. I don't know if I've done that or not, but I'm sorry.
like
If I
you
have.
become another person.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Yeah. It's honestly scary, like how these substances can actually manipulate you as a person.
It's
But-
very weird.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be off the equation, like get it off, get it done with, come up with a clear direction. But yeah, people are gonna suffer, be without it and stuff like that. But
People
hell with it, because when it was around, no one was actually taking care of themselves,
The people should take care of themselves
and
like,
others as well.
Like marijuana has more benefits when it comes to alcohol, medical benefits and all.
I have no comments.
Like for example, like a lot of in US, like in Canada, they are giving out for people who have cancers.
Yeah.
It slows the growth of cancer instead of chemotherapy. Well, chemotherapy is ridiculously expensive. People want people get cancer. Chemo, you have to keep on going, and it's it reduces your immune systems to such a point where other diseases can go into your body. So people in US and people in Canada, they are using marijuana to slow the growth of cancer. So it has a significant amount of change to a person's immune system. The recovery point has been so high, but there are people also abusing these kind of substances. And when it comes to abuse kind of substance, like you take too much of something, it's damn bad. So these people take too much something, they become like not valuable to the society also. They don't do anything. And
these
then
substances are like something different already, you know, like it is taboo to our culture.
Yeah, especially Asian country. And yet, where do all these drugs all come from? They come from all this Cambodia, Thailand. All these drugs that come around us. Like it's people are just, I don't know. I feel people are like Thailand. I know Thailand is they're trying to be the first country to legalize marijuana. They're working on it. They have done sufficient amount of research to like, hey, you know what? We're going to educate our people, and we're going to give to we don't overgive. If you are given 1 gram of marijuana, you only can get 1 gram. You cannot get 2, because if I give you 2, your health be danger, and you will not to say overdose. You'll do stupid things, and the government is like telling like, we'll give you a sufficient dose only. That's it. We control the substance. We educate with the substance. They want mainly education.
Just like that lah. Like, but I feel like psychs would have better
Better
reasoning to actually be out there. You know, like what Thailand does. Like they are doing it for their people's benefit, and you know what's happening around there. So that's not for me to comment.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, in the end, if it's going to be better for the humankind, then
why not, right?
Why not,
yeah.
right? Yeah. But downright like alcohol is bad shape. Like,
alcohol is a substance it's a very weird substance that we allowed to let go.
Yeah, actually we allowed it. Like,
yeah,
to
people
happen.
like, because
it costs people's life. You know, it's so sad to like see
alcohol,
someone
alcohol
die
is there.
because
Like
of
Russian people drink alcohol to heat their body up because it's very cold. What? So people drink. That's why they drink vodka to heat your body up. So I think it's not about the addicting. It's about that feeling when you drink alcohol. They addicted to that feeling, and so addicted to drink. Alcohol tastes so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It tastes one of the worst thing. But people are not addicted to alcohol.
They're
like I know
feeling
people
of
are
it.
not addicted to alcohol. There's no such thing as addiction to alcohol. The addiction comes from that feeling of the alcohol, that state of mind. I love being in the state of mind. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel, wow, I rule it. That's a feeling. It can be sometimes dangerous, and that's a feeling that people are addicted. That's why people drink so much.
Yeah,
and they're dependent
like crazy, and
Right.
it's being so bad lah nowadays in Asia, especially lah, with this alcohol problem.
Like
I
how
think it
drunk
should be
drivers,
gone.
like they have the confidence of driving
So fast,
And
like
they're so fast. They're
you
crazy.
kill a man on
Yeah.
the street, and you think you can get away with
Yeah,
that. you know.
exactly.
That's
it's
murder. That's
it's so
basically
fucked up.
murder.
Like,
You know.
that's the part of addiction comes in lah. Like we don't have any proper education. Like it goes into our root of our conversation. We don't have proper education in this.
Yeah, we need to be more educated
Yeah.
on this. Like why we are doing this also is to just have a comprehensive thought or like a conversation of what this is all about, so that it will be beneficial for us, because back then we didn't have anyone who actually spoke about things like this to make us aware, you know, because as of now, I think from people watching, they would know what psychedelics are, you know, and what it can do towards a human. So in the future, if someone were to like wrongly offer them this kind of substances and all that, they would know what to do.
Yeah, they would know what to do.
And they will know how to avoid these kind of things. So it's all about education lah, you know. And if you know that you are in a very depressed state, you think that this is the only substance that can help you out, then by all means you should get a doctor's supervision and
Or
you know,
shamanic, like
someone who is actually
who's trained.
accredited to actually do these things, because there are people that are not accredited but they claim they are to do this kind of
Those
things.
people are the dangerous one.
Those people are dangerous lah, you know. Unless you're accredited, maybe you have medical background and stuff like that. Because I have heard in like some places which are legal, they actually have this ayahuasca treatment with doctors, you know. They have like a controlled surrounding environment, and they just do it. So if you have that kind of problems, I think you can you know, invest your time and energy to do something like that instead of going towards alcohol and stuff like this. So it's all about educating people lah, at the same time knowing more. You know, we shouldn't just close a blind eye on all these things. We should at least open up, give it a chance for us to like understand what it is all about before judging it lah, you know. Yeah.
I think we have taken like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's getting
3 hours. I think we have talked for almost like 3 hours. We have started at 4. I think now it's 7:45. I think it's time because we need to go because it's all the MCO thing. I don't want to get stuck in a roadblock again. It's a wrap. So thank you for coming out to the show, Mugin, to talk about this interesting topic and taboo topic. It's been a really honor, or like now I get to see in a very different perspective of a medical background student.
Yeah,
like it's a different kind of feeling. It's a whole new knowledge. I feel people should also embrace, not other than only one-sided. We always should always go with cycle or drug. It's a very different kind of perspective I found out today. All right. So I think that's it for today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.